heresy, synchronicity, Sasquatch, homunculus, alien races, Satanism in Hollywood, MK Ultra, Tartaria.
There's like a whole. I've been watching this one guy.
Close the door, Jeremy! Close your door!
What's the
Inner Earth Disagreements.
Ghost Dad.
I like that movie. Dogman, Bohemian Grove, Corey Feldman, Magicians Are Demons, Specters and Spirits, Sleep Paralysis, Strange Disappearances, Sky Whale Phenomenon, Alternative History, Shadow People. Shh, quiet, I'm trying to say words with the mouth. It's getting...
We've had technical difficulties. Every time.
But you guys are awesome. Thanks for hanging in there. And this is called Hangout in the Hole. So we're going to throw out some, interesting, crazy, conspiracy, paranormal ideas, strange, weird news topics, whatever's going on in the world.
Some cool videos.
Some cool videos to review.
Did you mention the UFO disclosure thing?
So, Chris is going to get into the topics we're going to be covering.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we're going to do some UFO,
Go for it, Chris.
UFO disclosure, or as I like to call it, disnosure. Because I don't think we're gonna have a disclosure. So there's like a no in the middle. Anyway, so yeah, we're gonna have a conversation about that. I know we all have different opinions on, or different, I guess, predictions on what's gonna come of that, if anything. And I don't know how caught up you are, John, but there's been some recent.
Seems to be a lot of buildup. Like they just keep. So you okay? Well,
it's gonna be
we're
nothing.
not going to talk about it now. We're just going to be.
You know what? It might be everything. Forget what I just said. But hang in there for later in the episode when we really get into it.
Cool.
All right.
Cool.
Not quite yet. You got to stick around.
Disnosure. Is that what you said?
Oh, you're just catching up, huh?
Yeah. Well, I was checking out the chat. The guys in the chat a little bit.
Disnosure. Did you like it? I thought that was good.
Yeah, that was great. That was really clever. So the idea is that that you doubt the disclosure.
That's
right?
my feeling. But,
Yeah.
And I'm usually right about everything. Right, John?
I mean, I think we're all kind of on the same page with that.
Actually, I think you're wrong when it comes to our things.
I know. That's why I said that.
What's
That's why I
that
gave that
mean?
look.
I know.
Our things.
When we're in
You're
the
right
hole.
about your research that you do.
But when so anything you disagree with him on, he's wrong about? Okay.
like
Older
it.
brother privilege.
This is true.
Now you're shushing. Okay, so what are we getting into? What's the first? Well, first, let me say thanks to everyone that's here. You guys are all
Yes.
awesome. Seeing a lot of familiar faces. I can't read them all right now.
How many
but
people are here?
You know who you are. It says we got 53.
That's
So
cool.
that's nice.
record shattering.
That's a tight room.
You're supposed to pretend like it's nothing, John.
53 is that's like the whole house that we're in right now.
Yeah, you know what that means is that everybody in this chat is the most important people in our lives right now.
It's pretty good.
Thank you for being
Thank
here.
you for being here.
Oh, speaking
you could
of
be
which-
anywhere on this Friday night, and you chose to be with us.
Yeah.
We are so grateful.
Speaking of which, we had a little gift. From a few people actually, but this one particular we're using tonight comes from Lindsay.
Yes.
I don't know if you can see
I
it.
thought we already did this. Did we not?
I think the audio is off.
Oh.
But this is a fine custom engraved
all
glass.
hold it up.
Yeah, if we all hold it up, the camera has to see one of them.
That's true.
It says BH with beautiful Greek-looking letter or leaves on the side, and then blue.
Oh wow,
flag.
I'm not in focus at all. Okay, yeah. Anyways, yeah, it's custom made Belief hole glasses. So Belief hole tumblers. I swear I have not had that much to drink. I'm just,
Liar.
it's my first time.
Okay, well, anyways, yeah, thank you.
Thank you, Lindsay.
to
That's super awesome. These are really nice and awesome.
Yeah, they're great.
Crafted. So thank you.
I wanted to save them for our first live stream since we got them, but we had to use them.
And people
Get into the topics because I'm sure
Okay,
people.
John.
Well, people like us. We've had many comments of people being like, "Enough with the banter at the beginning." I'm sure some people appreciate it, but
Well, it's a hangout.
Yeah.
So it's partly that.
that's true.
So the last thing I just want to address the chat conversation a little bit.
Okay.
The other thing
chill out, John.
that was asked is, what are all these blue drinks there's backup drinks? What are these things, right?
Chris is getting ready
Got them on
to
deck.
blast off.
So Chris, explain what your blue goo is for people that don't
This is
know.
what I call Blue Fjord.
There it
But
is.
the name hasn't stuck, so it just gets called a Blue Goo. It's basically
Blue goo.
2 parts gas station vodka, 3 parts sugar-free blue Powerade, which is probably some sort of flavor. I'm not sure. Mixed berry.
There you go.
It just tastes like blue to me. And
Tastes like blue to me.
if you're feeling a little low, a dash of Monsters, that last part of the drink, don't recommend it because it's not like you're not supposed to drink uppers and downers at the same time. But it levels me out. And then ice.
If you're 21 and over, kids.
the blue fjord.
or if you can sneak it.
No,
Just kidding.
no bad advice. We know where you've been with your mistakes. All right, so what are we getting into today? What's the
Okay,
topics
so
on the
today
floor?
we're going to start with some fun videos. I thought it'd be good to do some weird, creepy videos, and we can discuss it. You guys can maybe chime in. Maybe we'll get some feedback from the audience and see what they think about the videos that we preview here.
Perfect.
Sound good?
Sounds like you're very professional.
John, is that okay with you over
I
there?
think that's a fantastic idea.
That's what I like to hear.
All right, what do we got first?
All right,
on the docket.
first, let's see what we have here. I think we're going to start with. Okay, this is one I've been wanting to do for a very long time. This took place. This was a camera that's like a 24-hour newsfeed at Yellowstone National Park, and some of you might be
I haven't
familiar
seen
with
this one.
This is great.
Do I get to see it? Does it come up on the screen?
John,
Sorry.
You gotta wait.
Sorry.
How many shows have we done?
Oh, like
Let me
3.
introduce it.
We've done 3.
I mean,
3
like,
of these.
with the show altogether.
Yeah, but no, not with the screen.
That's true. So I'll bring up the video.
Okay. Yes, we've done it with the screen.
Yeah, I'll
many
bring up the
times.
video, but first I just want to let you know a little background about the video so you know what you're seeing. Some of you might be familiar with this. I think it's one of the coolest Bigfoot sighting videos that there is.
I know you're not excited about
No, I'm
Bigfoot,
excited.
but this is one of the best. You're right, Chris. This is one of the best pieces of footage that I've seen. I've seen it analyzed analytically. We'll try to
old
do
is
a
it?
little bit of.
When did this
what's
come
the
out?
date?
Why are you asking hard questions, John?
So
like,
hard.
like
Kind of
when
an
was it
important
released?
Like a
question.
year. I'll give you the date in a minute. It's like
I think it's like
maybe last
2018
year
or something.
get to the footage.
Okay. So it's interesting. It's interesting where this comes from because it's a 24-hour, and we'll have the link for you guys. 24-hour closed caption camera that films the Old Faithful geyser.
Oh, right.
So you can time it. You can
Yellowstone.
watch it when you want to watch it, or you can capture and see Bigfootsies and bison going across the plains. You'll see what I mean. All right, I guess we can just show it, and then we'll do some.
Yeah, let's just why don't you just begin it, and then you can pause it, and we can
let's do
discuss.
Let me pull it up here, Jer. Before you ready?
A lot of people have probably seen this, but yeah,
Probably, but
it's good. It's
they
classic.
They might not know what we feel about it, and that's important.
All right, let me know when you got set up, and I will preview the program.
Okay.
John, that was a very careful sip.
I'm trying to just pace myself.
It's very professional on screen. And while you're digging that up, Chris, I'll just review some of the chat here. Champion of Bigfoot, yes, Heidi, indeed.
Okay, I'm ready when you are. So
Okay.
Oh, I like the setting already.
nice, right?
Wintry.
Old wintry meat.
All right, preview
Mince
program.
meat. Mincemeat.
She's live, Chris.
All right, so we'll play this here. I'm going to skip ahead a bit, but as you can see, where is it? Here we go. Okay.
The mic is covering my face.
As you can see, these are bison walking through the plain here with the snow. And as you skip it ahead, this.
I don't see anything.
It's okay,
Oh,
John.
there we go.
We'll get it for you.
So these are bison, John. Are you familiar?
I am.
Okay, now if you skip ahead, okay, they're coming down here, and if you start to pay attention up here, I think even up here, if I haven't skipped past it,
You tell me Bigfoot walks out in the middle of this?
there's a family of them.
Shut up.
Watch for it. They might have already passed this spot. I bet they did, which we can back it up if they have. But they're going to come out right here. Now, there's been some skepticism that these are cross-country hikers at
Are
night.
those CGI buffaloes?
No.
Are you sure?
First of all, they're bison, John.
Whatever.
Oh, they're real. All right, so let's move it ahead here a little bit, see if we can find where they revealed themselves.
So
It would be funny if one came out of the woods and just like pushed a bison
pushed a
over.
buffalo over. Buffalo
Okay, so
tipping,
the
famous
people
pastime.
the people that have picked this up and reposted it, there's a lot of theories like they're hunting buffalo or hunting the bison or whatever. Oh, there they go.
Dogman.
oh, wait, sorry.
Has anyone asked
I didn't
about
realize
the
you were
Dogman?
gonna
That
get
looks
to it.
great in the background, by the way.
Hold on, let me go back to it. So
That's creepy, dude. Now that you can see it so well in the background,
What?
Dogman.
Oh, yeah. Okay, they don't see this right now, so we'll talk
Okay,
about.
sorry.
stay focused on the screen.
Sorry.
Okay, so bison, John, walking through here. Now, pay attention right here. You're about to see what some believe to be a family of Bigfoot walking through.
See that
what
back
else would
there?
they be?
Hikers. Some say cross-country skiers.
Yeah,
Oh,
some people.
really?
The argument
Hikers?
is that they're just like people that enjoy snow. They're just walking.
But
back
let's-
Isn't that really dangerous to walk around?
Yeah.
exactly. That's one of the points. But let's
Let's
play,
play it.
Chris. Can you zoom in? Is that
We'll
possible?
play it, then we'll talk about it.
All right.
Hopefully, you can zoom in somehow.
I can't.
Okay, let's play it anyway.
So get close to your screens. Right here. Here they come. Come on, baby.
come by where your cursor is. There, one you little cursor,
Right here.
cursor swivel.
See him walking there? There's another one. Now look how far they get.
Oh, there's two.
There's
Three, four.
Come out here. One guy gets pretty ahead of the
There's
pack.
definitely four.
Dum, 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 dum,
So they're
dum,
just
dum,
strolling
dum,
up there, right?
Oh, yeah.
Look at that guy. He's kind of do a little limp, little hovel up there in the front. Chris,
Pretty
keep,
fast.
Keep pointing. I wish your cursor
here.
was red.
People can see that, I believe. All right, so I'm backing it up. So what I think about what is interesting about this video,
That's it?
yeah.
Okay. No, I was just.
But what's
I don't know. I wasn't like poo-pooing it. I was just like.
well, it
was
sounded like it, John.
that- okay. I thought they were gonna like walk up behind the buffalo or something.
And then it's like stab him.
The bison. No. I just imagine them coming out of the woods, like where the tree line is right there.
Right.
But they're behind the tree line.
Well, this is what's interesting to me, and some of you probably might pick up on this too. Look how big they are. If these are people compared to the size of this bison. And I was doing this earlier to try to get, because I read a YouTube commenter posted saying something, skeptical.
Can we watch it again? Can you play it back again?
Yeah.
We should see it more than once.
We'll get there, John.
I have it on the split screen view just so we can talk.
Okay, fair enough.
It's kind of confusing.
Here, I'll just play it one more time through.
We're still new to the
We're
video.
going to play it back one more time through, and then I'll give you my thoughts. Here we go. So they're about to come out of this little hole. Ready? They're here. Here they come.
I'll blow it up again.
There's the rest of them. And they're about to peek out through here.
See, there's definitely some dudes walking up there, right?
Man, that's...
Some kind of dudes.
And you think it could just be people, right? Walking along near, very
they're
near
walking
Buffalo.
kind of strangely.
Yeah. Well, they're
They're
kind
like,
of loafing.
Lopering?
And unfortunately, not there very long.
So
that is a really far away shot. They must have been zoomed in there quite a bit.
Yeah, that's why there's some distortion in the image.
Yeah.
Okay, so, John, this is what I was going to say. If you look at the size of this, like here's my mouse. Use my mouse as reference for size, okay? Here, okay, if you look at him, my mouse is maybe half of the size of this thing, right?
Yeah.
Right there. Now, if you take him down here.
How many feet is your mouse?
Well, it's not important.
Okay.
So,
I see. I see what you're saying.
I'm just saying, like...
No, I get it.
This is about the same, roughly the same, or a little bigger, maybe?
Like the back of the buffalo in that shot.
Yeah, but how tall are...
Well, let's get to that.
Yeah, I'm going to tell you. This is why I do the research, John.
Okay.
So, these bison, this specific bison, to the shoulder, not to the hump, but to the shoulder about here is about 6 feet. Okay?
5 or 6 feet.
Yeah. So you're thinking...
To the shoulder?
To the shoulder.
Not to the top?
Right, to the shoulder.
Oh, okay.
I guess buffalo are measured it to the shoulder.
Really? They're that tall?
5 to
6 feet to the shoulder, yeah.
5 to 6.
So how tall? Are they like 7 feet to the hump?
Like 8 feet.
No way.
Yeah.
No.
Really?
They're 5 to 6. I mean, that's what I heard on a...
I'm talking about the whole buffalo, like the top and
that
back.
would be... Well, it could be another foot, right? The hump? Hump's pretty big.
Yeah, look at the picture.
Why wouldn't...
Anyway, but let me get to the incredible part, John.
Okay.
Jiminy Christmas. So,
I'm just asking
this thing is roughly the same size, right? As the bison.
Right, because they're each about 2 cursors high, which is...
Now, the first criticism I got, or I didn't get, I guess, actually, but the video that I was watching this originally from, which originally was interesting, is just from a woman who posted it as like Mary's News Channel. We'll link into that. She didn't say anything about Bigfoot in this. She just posted a video that said, I believe, I don't have my note up here, but it said something like the bison come to Yellowstone. Right. Some innocuous title.
She didn't notice the Bigfoot.
Right. But what's interesting, when people started reposting this, like, look at this, it's obviously a fan of big feet. One poster said, which I thought was kind of an interesting comment, was that, well, it's an optical illusion because the creature in the background is eye level to the camera, so it's this optical illusion that makes it appear as big as the bison when in reality it's not. But I was like, okay, maybe this video is not that interesting. But then if you back up the video to make these bison where this creature is, these bison are much smaller.
Yeah, I think because people in the chat want to know too, like why? Where's the like? It doesn't look like a Bigfoot. Some people suggest that it looks like footage repeated. We're backing the footage up, backing up, bringing it forward again. Yeah, the main concern is really the size, the girth.
Yeah, but
the height of this.
I just looked up the size of a buffalo standing tall at 6 feet. That's like
shoulder.
No, the whole thing.
No, I just looked this up earlier, John.
Well, I think you looked up like one of the extinct ones.
No. Did you look up a Woods Plain bison, Jonathan?
Yeah.
Because no, you didn't. You didn't even know what it was called.
Well, I said bison.
Oh, I thought you just said buffalo.
No.
A Woods Plain bison. You guys look it up out there.
Okay, approximately 6 feet tall at the shoulder.
At the shoulder.
10 feet long, and weighs more than 2,000 pounds.
Yeah, but what's the full? How do we know?
10 feet long if they were standing on their hind hoovies.
I know, but how tall are they? Like at the tallest point?
6 feet to the shoulder. The hump can change.
Yeah, but look, if you look at the picture, you can see.
The hump can be different, whether like it had a
still
full breakfast.
Like how are we supposed to?
Look where the shoulder is, John. That's roughly the shoulder right there.
Okay,
right? This is the shoulder.
It also says females are like 4.5 feet. So how do we know which one that is?
You make everything so hard.
The point is,
I'm just playing devil's advocate here.
No, it's good.
Let me get you guys debating.
They're kind of funny, like walking in the back. They're like,
okay, so there's a couple questions with this, right? So one, if you bring that little dude down from the back, or one of the guys, the one guy that comes out into the front of the tree line there, because it seems like there's a group behind there. If you bring him down and put him next to the buffalo, he stands about the same height of the buffalo. But then if you consider that he's that much further away, he'd be how much taller, right? I don't know, but
I mean,
taller.
If you back it up and look to see how big the buff, well, these kind of zoom back, but they're much bigger. I can't do a comparison.
So theoretically,
but look at my mouse. Okay, remember how my mouse kind of went? It was about the same size as the bison, maybe a little bit smaller. Now the bison's like twice as big as my mouse. So that means that thing back there has to be much bigger than these bison, because when you move it up here,
the bison shrink.
they're like
Or big. They bigger.
right.
They bigger.
I mean, I don't know.
So okay, so there's.
I think this is pretty impressive, John. Look at that.
Let me outline some of the things here.
Yeah.
So besides the height, so we're talking about 4. Okay, assuming that this footage wasn't doctored and put into the security or the closed circuit. Well, it's not closed circuit because it's the cameras at Yellowstone for anyone to view on the internet.
It's closed circuit, yeah.
That's where this came from.
Yeah,
Yep.
anyone can access it. So assuming that they didn't CG that for whatever reason, it's just 4 6 to 9 foot bulky dudes who don't care that they're walking through over geysers and
they're
within
definitely
the
taller.
distance, within the running distance of these buffalo.
I mean, I would guess that they're 9 feet.
It could just be
9 feet tall.
Yeah. I mean, if you look at the size of the bison, look at that. Okay, if they're the same size and he's that much further back, he's at least a couple more feet taller. 2 to 3 feet taller.
I don't know.
We're not going to debate that. But I think
telling
if
you
you
I'm
put all
right.
these things together, there's something strange.
Yeah, it's
about
weird
this
that
video. The fact that they're all out there in dangerous proximity. The buffalo don't seem to notice or care. You know, like there's some sort of.
They were kind of sneaking.
They're sneaking a little bit. And if you watch,
It's also nighttime.
in the notes, I'm going to
Is
put
it nighttime?
Yeah.
How's it? How do you know?
Because the video camera at daytime is daylight.
Okay.
So they're out there at
Could it be
night.
dusk? That's nighttime.
Also, hikers don't wear black usually. They're usually wearing colored clothing. They're all wearing black suits out in the middle of the snow.
That
There's
could
no
be a trick
path
of the
there.
light.
no ninjas. So
There's no light.
Assuming that this is the case, okay, that they're all.
Which I guess that's why they could look like they're wearing black. There's no light.
There is another video. We're gonna put this in the show notes. It's actually a really good breakdown by this guy ThinkerThunker, and he debunks Bigfoot videos too, but a lot of his are proving them true.
I think it's so freaky.
What? Oh, hey, he's lighting up now. Okay, yeah, I forgot he was there.
It looks even.
That's Tristan.
It looks weirder in real life. I mean, that looks creepy in real life. It kind of looks a little weird on the camera.
It scared me the first time I put it up because I forgot about it, and then like half hour later, it made me jump.
Did anyone notice?
Probably. It's hard to pay attention to the chat and watch these fascinating buffalo videos. Oh my gosh, we're getting super chats.
Oh, really?
What?
Oh, that's cool.
Oh, that's active?
Is that the
Heidi.
first one?
Well, Pat did the first one, I think, probably just to get the ball rolling.
Oh, Pat's in.
Pat's
Hey,
a
Pat.
good guy.
Pat.
For $4.99. There's no sound, nerds.
Thank
we
you.
fixed it now. That should have got my attention. I saw it earlier, and I was like, "Oh, thanks, Pat, for the $5." I didn't even think that he's trying to help us out here.
Gotta stay on those super
Oh, I
chats.
do
Yeah.
want to. Can I give one more thank you?
Well,
No, or do you want to
I was
finish
gonna.
up this video?
We got a super. Okay, let's finish with the video, and then I'll catch up on the super chat. Here.
Well, I think we're done with that. I think, John, do you have any final thoughts, John? Tell us more about
I think
the
it's
bison.
open-ended. I mean, there's just not enough for me to go on to make a claim either way.
That's fair.
So what I was trying to say, and I'll just make this brief, is that there is a video where we're linking in the show notes. After the video is done, we'll put in the show notes. A guy by the name of ThinkerThunker, that's his YouTube channel, makes really, really good breakdowns of Bigfoot videos, alleged Bigfoot videos. And he'll debunk some for sure. This one, he made a really good case for it being real for some of the reasons that I stated. Another thing he outlines too is the speed at which they move, because you actually can see them at the top of the screen in different part of the video, and within a matter of seconds they're up there and then down here.
So they're supposed to be moving really fast.
Like casual striding, but they're so large
Compared to the bison?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I guess if you think about it,
I mean,
they're that
I
far
see that.
back.
They're Bigfoot.
They're, how many hundreds of yards in the back?
Open shut case.
Close it.
Big feet's are real.
Yeah. Interesting. No, I mean, I understand what you're saying about that. It's interesting.
By the way, I do want to say real quick, and this is a good time to say it. I've heard a couple people write in and say, like, mentioning us related to Bigfoot, like our belief in Bigfoot, which I have a belief in Bigfoot. I realized we never did an episode, really, on Bigfoot
we
alone.
haven't.
No.
And John definitely doesn't want to do one, but we will do one.
I never said I don't want to do one. I just said that it's not my favorite thing.
Well, it's not mine either, but what is
It's
my
close
favorite?
to your heart, though.
The high strangeness cases of Bigfoot. To me, that's one of
Freaky
the
Bigfoot counters.
Yeah, that's. I mean, I think
really
those
bizarre
are interesting.
ones.
The ones that are
Yeah.
really weird.
And we're gonna give it
they
a lot
come
of
out
love
of a
for that.
UFO and walk.
And that's pretty common.
Yeah.
I mean,
They do seem to be related to some sort of interdimensional.
Dude, even if you go back to
otherworldly-
the earliest sightings of Bigfeet with the earlier explorers, early 1900s, you often hear stories of strange lights in the sky at the same time Bigfeet were reported by these explorers. But it wasn't, the connection wasn't made until, like, I don't know, probably the past like 15 years with researchers. Well, I guess that's not true because John Keel did some connection between UFOs and Bigfoot. So I guess probably the 60s. But you don't hear about it a lot. You're starting to hear about it more. I think now that's more of a thing on TV with finding Bigfoot and
people don't
UFO
like
hunters.
their peas getting in their applesauce.
That's true.
They don't like the idea. that wasn't clear to you? They don't like the idea that UFOs could be involved with Bigfoot could be interdimensional. It's an animal. Some people
they
are
want
very
a clear cut, separate.
It's a physical primate that we haven't discovered. Like that's kind of an argument with a lot of people. But
yeah,
what's the super chat?
Oh yeah, so we should jump into those because we did get a couple, which is pretty awesome.
So let's let people know what that is because this is our first time using the super chat feature. But
I think most people know what a super chat is, don't they?
Anyone who's been to a live stream probably knows.
Do you know?
Well, go ahead and explain it, sir.
So super chats are we're going to try to read a lot of people's comments, but if you really want something heard, or you really want us to read something that you said that's very important to you and you think to us, if you do a super chat, we will make sure that we read that on the show, on the stream.
Unless it's hateful.
Right. Then we'll mumble it.
Mumble it for you.
Yeah.
We'll reach out
anyways,
personally.
what's up? What do you got super chat? What's going on there?
Okay, so our first super chat after Pat's.
Yeah, Pat doesn't count.
Was Isaac, who says, did you end up getting the 1800 house? And there now.
What?
Oh, did I tell Isaac about the... Isaac's a listener of ours I've been talking to.
Oh, okay.
Maybe I mentioned that we were thinking about getting this place. The house we're in right now.
Yes.
If that's what you're talking about, Isaac. It's like early or late 1800s, 1894 or something. Old country home that was renovated.
That's where we're in. We're
in right now.
Right in the middle of it.
Yeah,
Smack down.
and once again, like it looked great in here. It still looks great, but now if we pulled the cameras out, it looks like a video studio. And once again, our life.
Why are
has
you
become
giving
a
all the
whole.
magic away?
Well, I'm just telling him that we had to sacrifice our living room for the studio. We had a room upstairs. It just didn't feel as good.
It was small.
Yeah. So now we live in the hole now forever and onward.
Thank you, Isaac, for the super chat.
Yeah. Thank you, man.
That's awesome. So Heidi, hey Heidi. She says, okay. Hi. I'll put this so you guys can read this too. Brothers in the hole here. Heidi says, as in Screeps.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, she coined that, I think.
She was the one that said we. Yeah, she told us.
Somehow. Yeah, Screeps Heidi wants to buy you a 6-pack of beer. Thank you, Heidi. I have an alien visitation story. I was visited when I was 4. I remember its name. Oh my gosh, that's crazy.
That's interesting.
Very fascinating.
EA
Sports.
That's the name. Looked it up.
It's in the brain.
Sumerian god bestows creativity.
What?
Oh wow, that's pretty
crazy.
Pretty awesome.
I wish there was a way I could show these chats on the screen.
I don't know if they can see it. Well, they can see it within the feed. Jared.
That's true. But
interesting,
that's
Heidi.
True. Yeah, very interesting.
Yeah, that's fascinating. EA.
You should go to our website and do a little speak pipe for us.
What is is there a character limit for super chats?
I don't know.
I would like to know more about that. Heidi, maybe you should write in. Didn't Heidi give us some stories in the past?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I thought so.
Some of our early
I
stories.
remember the one that wasn't. Didn't she have the one where like she was with her boyfriend on the porch?
Yeah, I think that was
that the same Heidi?
Involve a
I
shapeshifter.
think so. Yeah, and like
so.
her boyfriend like got freaked out.
That was
and,
in
like,
our
left
Black
her.
Dog. Did we do that in the Black Dog episode? Demon Dogs.
Yeah,
Loch Ness?
I think so.
Aleister Crowley, Loch Ness. That was one of my favorite episodes from season 2.
That was
season 1.
Heidi says it's pronounced Ia.
Yeah.
My name is Ia. Phone
Finger touch.
Heidi. Yeah, it's creepy.
I had a very. I don't even know if I want to tell this story.
Wait, let me ask Heidi. Was it a positive feeling? Was it benevolent seeming, or was it?
You're just trying to get into super chat again, Jeremy?
Yeah, absolutely. No, I really want to know, like, because
let's come back to super
like those.
chats.
We just did those. For those of you that aren't in the expansion, we just did a episode on screen memory and like creepy encounters with Muppets and childhood toys or childhood cartoons.
Yeah, bizarre stories
that
there,
take
for sure.
the things might take the visage of those things. So like if you're an ET or a demon, whatever, you can appear as like a Muppet, which we've had some creepy stories. So I wonder,
as a child, it might be something that you can relate to.
Right.
Like, that's kind of the
So Heidi says benevolent.
Comfort you, yeah.
right.
Yeah, send the stories in.
Hey, actually, that Muppet
Heidi.
case, there were a couple stories within that entire episode that turned out to be, according to the experiencer, a gray alien. after their facade had. There was one great story where one of these creatures hit their knee against the window pane as they were trying to escape when the mother was coming up the stairs.
Was it a window pane? I thought it was like on the frame.
I thought that was the pane of the window. What's the frame?
Like the frame is like on the outside.
What's the pane?
That's like the.
I thought
it was
like
a part
the
of the
base.
window. I don't remember exactly which
Well,
part it was
specifically.
I guess I just imagined if it hit the pane, it would be like break it or something.
Oh, is that the glass part?
Yeah.
No.
The window pane?
Oh wait, maybe you're right.
Any
Yeah,
carpenters
it's-
out there in the
yeah.
audience can tell us?
The window pane is the sheet of glass.
Wow, I never knew that.
Oh, we got an answer. So Isaac wrote in again and said with a super chat. Thank you, Isaac.
Man.
Answering our questions for us too. Yes, there is a character limitation directly associated with the dollar amount. That's why my last chat seemed
That's
like
so
nonsense.
interesting. That's so funny.
I never knew that.
Yeah, I didn't know that
Super
either.
chatted.
Oh, you learn something new every day.
And shout out to Colin, $5.
Nice.
No message, just money.
All right,
Thanks, buddy.
Yeah, thank you
Thanks,
very
man.
You
much.
guys are showing
Awesome.
some love. We
Yeah.
appreciate it
Yeah.
for sure.
Well, means a lot.
Let's come back to super chats. Let's do a little
EA
more
Sports. It's in the game.
Yeah, let's give some more juicy
Do
content.
some more stories. I was going to tell a story about my weird experience last night, but I don't know if I want to tell. Maybe I'll tell.
Thanks,
later.
Simon, for being here. Gentleman of Logic. Check out his podcast. He's taking off.
All right.
Good guy.
Oh, hey, good night, man. Thank you for coming.
A lot of good people in the chat.
We should do a video call sometime. He's got his own show, I know.
Gentlemen of Logic.
Yeah.
Mhm. That's his podcast.
All right, you guys want to do another video?
Let's do it. I'll pull her up.
Hold on, I'm not ready, Jer.
Okay, then I will.
All right, so video 2. Oh, are you gonna bring this one up? You captured this one. You guys might have seen this one. This is one of my favorites of all time. I'm not sure how you gathered these, Jer, so I don't know if you're.
John, that's hilarious. John's
Are
getting.
you
up
going
there.
to play with Jake, or are you use the bathroom? Bathroom.
Oh,
it
it's
is.
funny. I turned it off on your camera.
Door number 2.
Okay. John's camera. This is classic. Okay.
Classic. Hey, you can see the dog man behind you. By the way, I don't know. That sounds cheap. Never mind. I was gonna say, hi, super chat gets to name the dog man, but that sounds really sleazy. So we're just gonna.
I already named
How about
it.
the best suggestion gets to name the dog man behind Jeremy?
There you go. So what's coming up for us, Chris?
All right, so we're gonna do the video, and some of you might have seen this video. This is security cam footage from a retirement home, right, Jer? Is that where it came from?
Oh yeah. It's in the description there.
Yeah, it's titled "I Saw That Shit," quote unquote.
That's
This
what I
is-
titled it.
Okay, good title. This is
good-
one
it's
of
a
my
good
favorite
quote.
ones. Security guard at a Chicago nursing home pretty much confirmed as much in a video he posted to Facebook. Jay Brown was manning the front desk with no one else around when all of a sudden things got cold. Is this your description? Or is this from that newspaper article?
It's from a newspaper article.
Okay.
Actually, I think it was just a blog. But
Where's your source, bud?
what was it? It was like a blog news. It was called like Rave or something like that.
Okay.
It just wasn't.
Anyway, so this, okay. So John, you were in the bathroom. So just to recap quick, security footage, nursing home, a guy that says, I saw shit. And when he had this experience, he said he heard a couple footsteps at the same time. And this guy's interesting because if you do go to his YouTube channel, and we'll have a link in the show notes after the video is done. I don't think we have notes yet. But he has a whole channel of this stuff going on at his nursing home. And that's all his channel is. And it starts at a certain period and ends.
Weird.
Yeah, he's a security guard there. And I think his reactions are pretty genuine. And often if you watch the videos, they're pretty funny because he'll have his coworker with him and they'll be talking about watching him on the camera reacting to these usually like fog mist sort of things. I don't know how many we have, but there's a lot on there. But let's take a look.
my guess is that this guy had an experience. He was able, or maybe a couple, was able to get the security footage and then started regularly posting them. So like whenever
Yeah.
something would happen, he'd snag the footage and then he'd post it and just say like, "This is what's happening in the video."
Do you believe him?
I do.
I do. Yeah.
I mean, it could be a very sophisticated hoax. That's definitely possible, but it's not like.
Do you think his reactions seem pretty genuine?
I think his reactions seem genuine, and well, you guys will see it. But
Also,
when you
you-
look in the video, like he calls it a woman that passes by. To me, and I think for you guys in the video, it'll probably just look like, kind of like the ghost of like a gelatinous tumbleweed. Like it just kind of rolls
like a
through.
Slimer?
It kind of rolls through the screen. I don't see any specific form. Maybe you guys will out there.
Another thing, I didn't think of this before, but when you guys will see this video in about 15 seconds when I'm done talking, you're going to notice that he's narrating this, watching. Wait, where did you get this? Maybe that's not what's going to
What?
happen. Do you see the computer screen? Like, is he with his phone filming the computer?
No, this is he's talking while showing the footage of the security.
Right.
film.
Okay, this is zoomed in though. Apparently, I saw ones where he was like filming his computer. My whole point was like it's either a very highly sophisticated hoax, like trying to make it look lo-fi, or it's just authentic. Okay, let's do the first one, Jer.
Let's check it out.
Okay,
Ready?
let me pull it up here. Preview to program. He should be narrating it here. Keep an eye on the bottom right corner towards the door. I think that's where you see it.
I'll mouse it up. There it goes.
You see it going?
Very faint.
Over the black carpet? Just really kind of
That was like a Ghostbuster.
Look, his response is the best. Like, what?
Look, I saw that shit. I saw that shit.
So he's narrating his reaction.
See,
And we're narrating his
I
narration.
So he's
saw
filming.
that shit.
He's filming his security cam or his
And I'm
obviously
like,
computer.
and then it disappeared over there by the desk. And I was like, okay. So I looked at the camera. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna calm down.
Stay chill.
I'm gonna calm down. So I wanted to tell the camera, y'all see that shit? Y'all saw that shit, right? I'm telling CHA, did y'all see that?
It's funny. Either way.
Okay.
That's how you'd react if you weren't terrified.
I'll
out of
back
your
that
mind,
up
but still
one
scared.
moment.
We definitely got to see that again.
Yeah.
Now again, guys, pay attention to the lower
This
right
area
corner.
here.
I mean,
it rolls over the carpet.
Before
so
you
you'll
play
see.
it again,
Mm-hmm.
I feel like there's probably some ghosts at this place because it's filled
is a
with
nursing home.
dying people.
You're on your way out usually. If
yeah,
You're there.
I'm sure there's a lot of people that have died there.
Yeah. Well, then that's the thing about this guy's channel. It's like it seems to be a regular phenomenon where he just gets used to it over time versus like,
That was a pretty good reaction.
yeah. All right. We'll play that part again. Ready, guys?
Do it.
It's be down here if you didn't notice it the first time. Here we go. Go away, little play screen. There he goes, right there. It is like about the size of a Slimer.
How come the camera moves?
No, he's
filming a laptop.
he's using his phone. No, it's not a laptop. It's the security monitors at the facility.
okay. He's filming the
So
monitors.
this,
with his
John, if
phone.
you see, this is the rim of the.
okay. Okay, I guess I just don't.
Yeah, we should have set that up
understand.
probably a
This
little
is
better.
okay. So this is the security monitor at his company. He's looking at his security monitor.
See where that black rim is at the top? That's
Why
the top
doesn't
of
he
the
just
screen.
do it long ways so he doesn't have to move his?
Because he knows his
I didn't
audience
think
are
about it.
90% mobile users, John.
Okay.
That's smart.
Right? That's what
That's
I
probably
do.
not why I did it, but that's smart.
But wouldn't it be easier to just? I don't know.
But that's
Forget
another
what
thing
I'm
that I think
saying.
is interesting. Like for example, this is what I was going to say, John, relates to what you're saying. He's filming it off of the monitor, right? If he was a
I
very
know, I
technically
see.
savvy guy,
Right.
he might
Could
be
just take the actual footage.
right. So that's either like a very like sophisticated concept of like it might look more like I don't know what I'm doing if I do it this way,
Right.
or it's just to me it seems more authentic.
I see what you're
all right,
saying.
so we'll do one more time, real quick here, down below. There he goes. Right, see, okay. I guess I can pause it there. Look, Slimer's just sliming.
There he
out.
goes. Right over the carpet.
Little Slimer fog there.
Yeah, that's definitely like.
It's something. And the cool thing is, right here he goes. Now, if you
It's like
if you look at his channel, he has a bunch. And there's one video that's pretty crazy. I don't know if we have this one, but it's like a black smog that comes in and goes above his head, and you can see his reaction.
We've got a couple
again.
more we can play.
All right, yeah, let's do the next one. Ready, Jared?
Yeah. I'll switch back while we're waiting here.
Okay.
So that's one of these things too, Chris. You can find it. The fact that it is like it's the perfect blend of like, this is not high quality. You know what I mean?
I know.
And they're like the ghost. It's not doing anything crazy. It's not you can't really tell.
It is. It's
a
a
form.
It's a good piece of footage.
Yeah.
Like just the whole encompassing.
It hits a lot of
whole
notes
vibe.
of believability.
Yeah.
You know,
I dig it.
those hallmarks.
Shall we do the second one? This is some of the
This
same
is
guy.
the same guy.
Yeah. By the way, his name is Jay Breezy on YouTube. We'll have that link for you.
Yeah, we'll have all these in the
Jay
in the
Breezy.
show notes afterwards. You got it up there?
Yeah.
Okay, preview to program.
You don't have to say that.
I like
Jared.
saying it.
It's like an incantation.
You did this last time
It's
too.
my thing.
Here we go.
He's still the security
Hang
desk.
Motherfucker decided to show itself again. See it?
Oh, there he is.
There it goes,
He's
right there,
just
right
kinda
there.
exiting the door
Is
there.
this the same?
Same
night?
little. It's always the same guy. No. Well, I don't know about this one, but he said he said in his descriptions they're usually like a month apart or a few weeks apart where this thing will appear.
It looks
It always
everything
looks the
about
same.
that video looks exactly the same.
Yeah.
Well, it's same
He's wearing
security
the
shot.
same shirt.
It's a uniform.
He works
same
there.
lighting.
It's lights
the
at the
same-
building.
it's a
Go
static
rewind it.
environment.
It's the same night.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
Why would you say
Rewind
that?
it.
Do you know that when people go to work, they wear the same outfit
No.
when they have a uniform?
Sometimes things change.
That's why it's easy.
Sometimes things change, but generally it's pretty consistent with uniform.
Look, okay, you can,
lighting.
if you look closely here, you can see it's something a.m. What does that say? Looks like military time.
Play it
Show
again.
itself again.
Military time. Maintenance door. There he goes.
It's faint though. I looked at it
Faint.
like, okay. I'm like, okay. So I hesitated. So I just threw something because I didn't know what to do. You know. But that time it came from over my head though, for some reason. I don't know. But I was like, you know what?
Throw a book at
I'm
it.
over there just talking shit.
I love that part.
It's faint though. Again.
It's going to come down. This time it's coming down the other hallway.
So he backed it up.
It's faint though. I looked at it.
Did he go out the door?
I'm like, okay.
Yeah, it always goes out the door.
So I hesitated,
weird.
so I just threw something because I didn't know what to do.
That's so classic.
You know.
That's great.
But that time it came from over my head though, for some reason. I don't know. But I was like, you know what? I'm over there just talking shit now. Like, why is it always me and stuff? So it is what it is.
Yeah, what if
It
that's
showed up
interesting?
to me twice.
What if other guards?
Yeah.
That's fantastic.
That would be
Notice
hard.
that.
I like this guy's too.
He's great, yeah.
Like perfect person to see something like that.
Mm-hmm. Just like, yeah.
'Cause he's like a real, like he's like being
Honest
pretty
reaction.
authentic about it.
Yeah.
There's one
He
more.
throws a book at it.
Because that's what you do. Like,
I don't know if I
physically
throw a book. But I would be
responding.
like, what the hell is going on right
Yeah.
now? Like, okay, I'm gonna throw a book at it.
Yeah, I probably would. I mean, I have no idea how I'd react.
Well, what's
in the
interesting-
situation, but I would think.
But he
like, if
knows
it's a
he's on.
nest of-
He knows he's on camera too, which is kind of funny.
Well, yeah, it's true. When he's like, because he can be like, "Hey, for later, this was messed up.
Right, yeah.
What's happening?"
Well, what's interesting is like if you look at from the beginning the chronology of his experiences, it goes from him being like, "What the fuck was that?" to like getting acclimated to it, and eventually like waving high. That's a great. Actually, that might be the next one. I'm not sure what you grab for the third clip.
Can we get him on the show?
Maybe
Jay Breezy?
Jay Breezy.
We could do our best.
Belieflings wants to interview Jay Breezy.
Yeah, that'd be fun actually.
That'd be pretty fun.
So occasionally I have a chance to look at comments while we're doing videos. Dan Hoff says, "Looks like dust drifting by," and
hey, how dare you?
and I get that. I think the one thing, if he's being honest, the reaction of like freaking out and feeling something move over you,
That didn't
that
look
kind of
like
stuff.
dust. There's like a ball. I mean, I understand what you're saying.
Yeah, like because it's so faint and it's so
I know, I get
indescript.
that.
I
think-
can see that.
Why would there be a ball of dust in a? I don't know.
Well, Dan, no, I think
It's a ghost, okay, Dan?
But in the security footage, that makes sense. Like you see this thing, you could
I guess
probably
it could be from an air vent, maybe. Sorry, I'm not trying to interrupt you.
Well, you sure did, John.
I'm just
sure
thinking
did.
about Dan's thoughts.
Okay, what I was going to say was, if you're just looking at the footage itself and there's not a person reacting, in that case, you'd have to be someone who's intentionally making it up, because it could be a dust in the lens of the camera, but it's not a big cloud of dust that's going down.
Yeah,
You know what
it's
I
a
mean?
very condensed
So it's
ball of dust.
Right. So it's either the guy. To me, I don't even know how it could be dust in the lens and the guy happens to react at the same time.
It wouldn't be in the lens. I think he's referring to like
A big cloud of dust. that
cloud
moves
of
down the-
dust.
that
yeah.
seems
like
weird.
a tumbleweed in the desert, which is not.
And I
dust, but
appreciate that thought, but I don't quite get it exactly.
I think it's an ectoplasmic
I mean,
tumbleweed.
I can see dust in the lens.
It does look like it, but I don't think that's what it probably is. I don't know for sure, but I mean, if you were just outside and that was the video, like then I mean the visuals look like it's the dust ball.
Right. I mean, it's very thin, not a lot of
Right.
texture, not a lot of.
Okay, hold on.
definition.
So Emily, I was getting to it. Emily, well, let me just say we had a couple super chats. Aaron Francesconi,
Oh, what's up?
Hey,
Aaron?
brother.
Hey, buddy.
for
Oh,
$5,
hey, buddy.
man. He sent us a badass. I think it looks like an avocado with a workout band, saying how's it going for $5.
Nice.
Thanks, Aaron.
Cool,
And
cool.
Emily says I would like to see Jake! Exclamation point.
Well,
Jake is actually
we
here.
might be able to arrange
Let's
that.
wait though.
We'll wait.
Let's get closer then, because we do have a lot of
No, we'll do it a little
precariously
bit
placed
later.
cameras right now.
Jake is in the building though.
Yeah.
He is. So yeah, where we are now, we want to respect our landlords in case they're watching. This is a very old house, hardwood floors, so we have to keep Jake secluded so he can't be up on John's lap, which is where we'd all like him to be.
Plus, it's just there's too much.
And there's a lot of equipment,
hanging
yeah.
around.
But you'll get a view. You'll get a viewing. You paid for it, Emily.
We'll bring the dog man,
We'll
the
bring the-
literal dog.
Is there
man
another
out.
a comment you wanted to read before I play the third clip of this?
I think we're caught up. Isaac sent another one. Thank you, Isaac, for $5. Says
Right.
Jeez, is it his third one?
I think so. I actually have a similar video of when I was a teen, mid 2000s, in an abandoned hospital, and something just like this walked by me.
What?
I'll PM
Video?
it. I'll PM the link later.
Please do.
He's gonna send it later. Please do, Isaac.
Yeah, Isaac, definitely. We'll put it up on the live stream next time.
Absolutely. I'd love to make videos where they're just actual videos we put out on YouTube. It's so hard.
Yeah.
We don't have like no time to do anything other than our
we
show.
do have a couple,
but it'll be cool to put
We're
out.
working towards it. This is probably not the best setup because it's right in the middle of your living space,
Right.
and it's going to be hard to do video down here. It looks way better and it's more fun, but
yeah, I'll probably just stay here
We'll just move.
it
We'll
This
just
is our life.
leave it here
until
from
we
on.
get significant others. I think we're probably okay having mics and lights in our living room.
Yeah. I mean,
until Father's
Day.
Day.
I mean, you're not going to want to live like this. Maybe
We
will.
sacrifice for the
I
whole.
don't have life as it is, John.
We do need to. It would be fun to make some videos though, for sure, where we just put out. But for now,
Absolutely.
we're here at the live stream with you guys.
Yeah.
All right. So what's next on the docket? Chris?
All right. So it was this last video from Jay Breezy, right?
Oh yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah,
We
you
got
pulled
one
this
more-
last one. Jared, do you remember
one more
what this
Jay
one was
Breezy?
specific about?
This one. Okay, you already threw the book. This one is.
Is this where he waves to it? There is one that
Just
looks
play it. They're all short.
Okay,
This
there
is
is one. I don't know if this is it, but it's a little less dust cloudy. It's like a black
mist.
mist that goes above his head.
Is it
And
the
he's like,
same
"What?"
type of? Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't think I have that one here, unless this is the one you grabbed.
Play it up. I don't
Chair
think it
bear.
is.
All right.
Preview to
Learn it up.
Here we go.
Remember, learn it up.
Oh yeah,
learn it up.
classic. Is it up there, Jay?
Oh, I gotta turn off the auto switch. Sorry.
Dumbo.
There you go.
Already. From the first video, but this time I guess it's getting used to me or something. I don't know. That's kind of creepy. So I'm like, let me just pray on it. I prayed to God, like, I hope it don't.
Did I miss it? Oh, I missed it.
Back
Dude,
it
I
up.
believe this guy, man. He
He
does
seems
seem
genuine.
really genuine.
Back
All right,
up.
John.
Back up to actually happen this
I
time,
didn't
Chris.
see it.
I just did. I just
Play
picked up. Okay, here we go.
Motherfucker decided to show itself again.
I saw it.
See it? See it? It's faint though.
We saw
This
this. This
is
is the
the
last
last
one.
one.
That's the
last
first
one.
one.
Chris, do we need to
Motherfucker
switch
decided
jobs?
to show himself again.
I think,
Oh, here we
and I
go.
think he references her as a her.
Sorry, Mom, if you're watching. That was my potty
Language.
mouth.
Use the F word, John.
Motherfucking right.
Yeah, I think that he
Earmuffs.
says she's the ghost of an old. I think
There you go.
ghost of an old because he works at a nursing home. That's where
Yeah.
this is. That he
So I guess it could be different spirits. They always seem to take a similar shape.
might just be one looking for.
You
the
know what's
exit.
interesting about this, though? Looking at this sort of gray mist that seems to be about that size. We did that Life After Death, that kind of duo episode that we did.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of the accounts that I read from Moody's work, I forget his first name.
Raymond?
Raymond Moody. Thank
Hank.
you. Hank Moody.
Good show. Great show.
Is that Californication?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you knew that.
I
You
remember.
Pat's
don't
my
watch
uncle.
TV.
Pat's still watching. Pat's my uncle.
Yeah, we told me
Um,
about that one.
anyway.
David Duchovny.
That's right. Mulder himself.
Yes.
Just sexier.
Let's just do a show right now.
a
The rest of
sexier
the show-
Mulder, if
about
you can
TV.
imagine.
Let's just watch The Burbs.
Yes. No, I had a point to make. What was I making? Raymond Moody. A lot of life after death experiences, a lot of third-party witnesses to this, a lot of doctors and nurses. One of the things that's very common is a sort of mist fog that leaves the chest. Looks in description a lot like what we're seeing here. So it kind of makes sense in a nursing home where you have, if it's not...
It looks like a spirit.
right, a spirit departing
Well,
a body.
what I don't understand is why it's floating on the ground.
That's got to find its way out.
Yeah, but why wouldn't you fly higher?
Maybe you're
It's an
just working.
ectoplasmic
You're learning the
tumbleweed.
mechanics. Have you ever had an out-of-body experience? You don't know how to work it.
All right, are
initially.
we going to play the third clip?
But
now? We
he's
got it?
this. Okay, just let me finish my thought about that.
Sure.
This is, if you say it's been over a period of time, this has been potentially months apart, weeks. You don't think it has the mechanics down?
No. I'm saying it might not always be the same one.
Well,
Oh.
we also we don't know that spirits, if they exist in our timeline.
Yeah, or how confused are they? If they
sometimes
are.
we talk about the
learn
tape
stuff
echo.
faster.
Yeah, we don't know if it's like just an echo of energy. All right, Chris.
Let's watch
All right,
the
here we go.
caption.
Last video from Jay Breezy. Check it out.
Learn it up.
There's
Oh,
a lot
wait,
more,
wait.
lot more on his channel though.
Okay, preview the program. You're good.
Oh,
Jay Breezy, what up?
Motherfunger.
What's wrong?
It's the same one
Wrong
again.
Motherfucker.
Is that really the same one?
I think so.
Okay.
Here we go. Ready?
Okay. Oh, hold on.
Jay Breezy in the house.
got it?
Motherfucker. Funk that.
Let me take a moment to just do a couple more super chats.
Oh my gosh, we're getting inundated.
Yeah, we got some friendlies out there. Lindsay Maves.
Oh,
Hello, good
Lindsay.
lady.
Lindsay, thank you for the glasses.
so-
Thank you
Linz.
for the
You're
tumblers.
So generous,
Beautiful
Lindsay.
glasses, Linz.
And for the
Thank you.
$5, you are a hero of the whole.
Cheers to you.
Your message is retracted, so I'm assuming that it just didn't go through, or you retracted it. So if I'm not reading it, that's why. Chris O'Donnell,
I think
for $5 Canadian, says $5 Canadian is almost $5 US. So thank you, Chris. Cheers.
That
to you,
was
my
his
friend.
message?
That was his message.
That's great.
Okay.
Do we know him? Is it?
Yeah, Chris.
talked to Chris
He's been
before.
around.
Yeah, I mean, his name sounds familiar. I just wondered if...
You remember because Chris O'Donnell, we heard him as a new
that's
patron?
right. Mhm.
Like, remember from the Batman movies?
Yeah, I
I'm
do
sure he gets that all the
remember.
time.
That's probably where I remember it from.
Good to see you, Chris.
What if it was him? I think we had that conversation.
Emily McMinn for $5. Emily McMinn
All right,
$5
Emily,
says,
all right.
also happy to do the super chat BS. Even
I agree.
Even if I see no doggos, you guys are the best. Hello. You will see them, Emily.
You'll get your
You'll
dog.
see Jake.
You're
Jake's
going to
coming.
see Jake, I promise. We promise you.
Jake is our prostitute.
I don't want to bother him right now either because he'll get all excited and start whining. But
That's true. He gets real riled up as a dog man.
All right,
promise.
I've got the right video queued. Should we go to that video?
Yeah, we'll catch up on more super chats later. Let's do it.
All right, here we go, guys. You ready? This is Jay Breezy's last vid.
all right, do it. Learn it up.
Preview the program, Jer.
Preview the program.
Oh, that is the intro to our show.
Chris, you are just
I just have a hard
murdering
time
on
Full
the.
of technical difficulties.
Well, maybe that was the last one, Jer.
You are killing. There's 3.
Yeah. No, 2. I have 2 here.
No, there are 3.
Oh, wait. Here we go. That's what I just played.
Okay, if this doesn't work this time, we're going
we'll
to
move on.
move on.
I did have a lot of gas station vodka. That could play a role in this. Okay, here we go. Here
These
we
are
go.
things you don't admit out loud.
I admit whatever I want, John. It's called having a
Obviously.
clean spirit.
All right, cross your fingers,
dirty
ladies.
spirits.
Cross your fingers, ladies and gentlemen.
Here we go.
Watch this motherfucker. You'll see him come from right here.
Oh, he's doing my job. That's great.
Right down below.
I ain't see him at first when he was coming this way, but when they went over there, I heard a noise. So that's what happened. That's what made me look. So just watch. He's gonna come from right here. There you go. Yeah, I
Yep,
heard
see
a
him.
noise.
Tumbleweed.
I'm like,
That is, yeah, that's not a dust ball, I don't think.
come on now. It's like 2-something in the
This would
morning.
have to be a very
Dirty building?
elaborate hoax.
Oh, I was going to say dirty building for a dust
Well,
ball.
very
Don't
dirty.
fuck with me. You already showed up when I made it work. I'm like,
You better be
Alright.
making a decent amount of money doing
what the
that.
fuck you want, man? That's basically what I was saying.
It's crazy to see it in
The
person
fuck?
like that, if that's really
I'm just
happening.
shaking my head like, you your goof ass out of here, man.
He's over now.
Your goof
I
ass.
don't blame him.
Get your goof
Yeah, there's
ass out
guys.
of
There's
here.
more videos at Jay Breezy's channel, and there's one that is like a dark smoke looking figure that goes right above
Smog.
his head. That I thought was
Does
pretty
Jay
interesting.
Breezy still work at this place?
That's a good question.
don't
Why
know.
would you quit? You're getting millions of views.
Is he getting millions of views?
Yeah,
No, I mean-
yeah, on the original videos, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, but I mean, he's not making him any money. I don't think.
How do you know?
I mean, I don't think he. I don't know who this guy is. I can't
His
say whether or not.
subscriber amount.
What?
that worked so well.
Oh, Tristan. He needs a better name.
I need another blue fjord. I don't know about you.
Someone gonna name that for us?
John. Yeah, I said best suggestion.
Pat for $5 says, I'm sorry, for $4.99. Thanks, Pat.
Oh, it's Pat.
Things you don't admit out loud should be the title of Chris's memoir.
I'll take it.
Sounds about right. Luke for $5 says, take my money, boys. We did. Thank you, Luke. As long as YouTube lets us process it. Thank you, Luke. That was very kind.
Luke, we love you.
And Lindsay, did I read hers already? No. Did I read Lindsay's? I haven't had that much.
Sounds
you can
like-
hear the vodka being
Sounds
poured
like
in the
urination,
background.
but it's
sounds like-
She said, come to Wisconsin sometime
right.
and do a ghost hunt. Oh, good luck getting
that'd
John.
be fun.
Oh, stop!
Would you do it?
Yeah,
As in stereo.
Yeah.
as long as there's no demons involved.
She said, we got an asylum that was on Travel Channel Destination Fear. Destination
Oh.
Fear is a show, apparently.
You don't know that? It's a show.
Yeah.
You said apparently. Like you're so high and
Destination
mighty,
Fear.
self-righteous.
No, I just didn't know. By the way, love that you love the tumblers. Yes, well, we do
They're
love
great.
the tumblers,
Yeah.
so thank you.
And we love you. By the way, this is a good time to say, I just want to say this real quick. We got an awesome book by a listener.
It's taking some time. Oh, it's from Sue, right?
Yes, Sue. Thank you, Sue, for this book. Can you see it?
There you go.
Astral Dynamics.
Yeah.
This is exciting. The complete book of out-of-body experiences. Complete. We'll see about that.
We'll see about that.
They don't have mine in here. This will be cool to go over. I do want to do a really good astral episode. We talked about doing in the next season Astral Guardians, John. I know you're up in the air about the topic in general, because I know you think there are things to fear in the astral plane, which I agree.
Well, it's like the ocean. It's like the ocean to me. It's like there's
all kinds of critters.
Everything in in between good and bad.
Right.
I just think
it's not a completely safe space. That's for sure.
I just like the ocean. You're probably not going to get bitten by a shark, but they are there. You have to kind of know.
Well, when I had
some understanding of what you're doing.
When I had my experience,
you can drown.
You can get eaten.
You can get your silver cord severed.
Yes, remember that from the first season. Nice, John.
I knew that before the show.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, you heard about the silver cord before we even did the episode?
I looked into this stuff way before we started the show.
But now you're John. You are like, you're no astral travel.
I personally wouldn't do it.
And do you think? Now here's a question. Like you said, your silver cord could be severed. So for those of you guys out there who don't know, there's this.
I just said that. I don't know for sure.
Well, no. I think it's an interesting comment or interesting idea.
Who knows? I mean, it's possible.
So for those of you out there
who die of a heart attack, maybe they were astral traveling and they got their cord severed
in their sleep. It's possible.
So
the silver cord, for those of you guys who don't know, it's an old idea. It goes back through mythology. And a lot of New Age stuff too, obviously.
A lot of people that have experienced out-of-body see the cord, right?
Actual out-of-body experiencers.
We did a great one, actually. It's in.
Well, can I finish what it is?
Finish.
Let me finish.
Finish.
So the idea is that the silver cord, you will see it. You will see it reaching out from your solar plexus or your belly button.
Wrong. It's your head.
No, I think it's your belly button.
No.
Oh, it's just it depends on the person. Okay.
It's your bottom.
The point is, it stretches out and connects you to your astral body or the body, your soul or consciousness.
Right?
It depends if that's what you believe. So, like, is there a level? If
you're daemon,
let's say let's say you believe in the soul. Let's say you believe in the astral body, in the superconscious, the consciousness. Are they all the same? Are there levels? Like, can your consciousness explore, but it still not be your fuller soul? You know what I mean? Like
one of the conversations had about this idea is that there's you, right, and your consciousness, your awareness of your playing this role in this world. There's the idea of the daemon, which is like this third person perspective that is also you, but has more an awareness of what's going on in your reality than you do. It ties into that whole.
It's like your higher self, sort of.
In a way, yeah. But you on this plane don't have the awareness that this part of you does. There's another.
That's the superconscious. Then there's like the sleeping soul idea, which I don't know if that's a phrase or not, but the idea.
They're a separate thing.
Yeah, like I mean, it's potentially that the soul is like basically it is your it is the overarching existence that you can't be fully aware of until you leave this plane, whether it's the astral plane, this plane.
That's why they call it the sleeping soul.
I mean, I just made that up.
It makes sense. It's a good name. Like you're like kind of in a dream.
Yeah.
It's this whole experience you can't fully know until you're out.
Right. And that could be considered like the, when you take DMT, for instance, or when people have life after death experiences, near death experiences, where you are part of the great oneness, right? You feel like you're going back to the beginning of creation, that universal love, that God connection. You could consider that final level, but there could be like astral levels between, and then if depending on what you believe.
I ask myself that question all the time, like, because even when I dream at night, it's like this. I always wonder why I don't like have more answers about just life in general. Because when you're asleep, it's like you have this subconscious experience, and it's like I always feel like I'm gonna I feel like it should coincide with death somehow. Like there should be some
sleep and death.
Yeah, like
some kind of similar
like you're leaving
knowingness.
your body. Yeah, like I always feel like I should know more.
You should be tapping into some greater knowledge.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's interesting,
but I don't feel like I ever get there sleeping. Yeah. So maybe I was kind of relating it back.
Yeah, that makes sense.
It's interesting that you have that feeling innately that like you should have some sort of
remembrance or something.
Bringing back of knowledge, because there's a lot of philosophers that have thought, and New Age people, of course, too. But the idea that when you sleep, you do leave your body and you travel into this other.
I feel that happens.
I do too. And have you ever had this experience? Maybe you out there listening, I've had experiences before where we're falling asleep and you almost
such a weird state.
That in between state. But I'm talking about further from that. I'm talking about you feel like you almost died state. Like you're during falling asleep, like something misfired and you almost.
Like you're talking about you're talking about the panic wakes that you have.
No. Those aren't tied to a feeling of like I almost went into the abyss.
Are you talking about the feelings you've been having lately? Because I've been having them too.
No.
Okay. Can I say one thing real quick?
Yes, John.
So I've been having this experience a lot lately where it's the weirdest feeling, like right, within 1 to 2, 3 minutes of like starting to lose consciousness into dreamland. And you have these like intense, very vivid experiences of like people. And I mean, we've talked about this before.
Yeah.
But you're not even that deeply into sleep and you're having this other life. It's like, and then you shift back into reality and you're like,
I'm sure a lot of people
so vivid and full.
This is and I was just thinking about this the other day, and I'm sure you guys out there have experienced this too. I'm positive, because it is so bizarre. Like the feeling of like you're starting to kind of wake up and you've fallen asleep for like a minute, and you're like, oh wait, but I was gonna get him out of jail,
right?
And we were like so Thursday, weird. We were supposed to do this thing, but
there's a whole back.
It's all starting to
backstory,
and it's like
it just drifts.
It's
away.
quicksand.
Yeah, it's just
you start
quicksand.
to look down, and it's all starting to fade away, and you can't grab it, and you forget what you were just thinking, and it was all real, and now it's just gone.
It could be bizarre phenomenon.
Yeah,
it could be. You hear a lot of time people who very salt of the earth, sort of scientifically minded, or just in general, I got to see it to believe it kind of thing. You hear this idea a lot where when something like that happens, it's something that your mind has created in that moment. But that might be true, but it's so hard to believe when you have those rare moments that are that deeply. There's such a backstory. It's just like it's like you are, when you wake up, you're briefly remembering an entire history with 4 people you've never met in
with
this
deeply
life.
detailed faces,
right? And there's a history,
never
like
seen
lingering
their face
history,
before, at least as far
right? For like 10 years behind you, that sort of thing, which is incredible.
Yeah, I mean, our
more
brains are very powerful, so it's not
true.
Impossible, but it's just a weird phenomenon. It's like another reality that we experience.
I think.
I mean,
if I had to put my money somewhere,
why is it any less real than this reality? This is like a physical one.
Well, if someone made this, growing up, I used to think about this all the time, and there was some important person sometime who said something very similar to this. But the idea of, and I'm sure you guys out there have all probably thought this, but at some point when you're growing up, you wonder, is this my real life, or am I really like, I'll wake up tomorrow and I'll wake up on a farm in Idaho in 1948 or something, Well, that'd be kind of weird because now we're in the future.
Quantum leap style.
But I mean, if you die and you're like, oh, that was a dream. Like this is the real reality.
That thought too. Yeah. Like what if death is just waking up continuously? That's part of
that's the scary idea.
The multiverse idea.
I mean,
too.
It's scary because we're connected to this reality in so many ways, but the idea that like if you wake up
you guys
tomorrow,
are just dreams.
Yeah, well, what if we wake up and I'm trying to? Oh, wait, I was just doing a podcast. I think I was doing a podcast. Oh, someone had a super chat. I was going to read it.
I had 2
and then it all just disappears like within like seconds.
Studio for 2 days, and now it's just like I live in Idaho on
but
a farm.
But imagine that imagine the reality you guys know out there right now, and then feeling that disappear in moments. Yeah, and all of a sudden you're in a. Of course, as you wake up into the new reality, you'd remember. Oh yeah, I'm a psychiatrist. I've been doing this for 40 years, like
or something completely like not related to humanity at
right.
all.
Oh, you could be totally different, but you're leaping,
right?
Potentially. I mean that
Quantum Leap. You guys have watched too many Quantum Leap.
That's such a good show, John, and I feel sorry for you. That shaped my morality growing up. It did. More than church.
Well, big Sam Beckett's over
Sam
here.
Beckett shaped my morality. Like the things you should do.
Your morality?
Yeah.
Really?
Dude, it's like the most moral guy in any TV show.
You want to have good kids, make him watch
Quantum Leap. He
Quantum
wouldn't
Leap.
even kiss. He would leap into guys and he wouldn't kiss their wives. Like, or he would have to be pushed to do it in order to pretend to be the guy's husband or the girl's husband.
I'm surprised they haven't remade that show yet.
I'm glad they haven't.
They destroy it.
It would be so.
There's no way you could make it
an NBC show now. Can you imagine that?
Well, maybe like
everyone's like plastered
maybe
and pretty.
Like a
and
good movie. Like if they did it well.
Potentially.
Well, the saddest thing about the channel, this is the last thing I'll say about Quantum Leap. But the
Watch Quantum Leap, guys. Great show from the 90s.
The saddest thing is it ends on a season finale. Well, I don't know. Okay, spoiler if you really want to watch the show and you don't want to hear.
No, don't even say it.
Yeah,
no, I'm going to say it because
it's so sad and depressing.
I don't want to know.
Okay, I won't tell you what happens, but I'll tell you this. It was supposed to be. They didn't know it was going to get canceled. It was like season 7
or something.
for this, but or if Kirk is watching, but it's a later season. It was NBC long running show. But when it got canceled, they weren't expecting it, so it ends in like the worst possible moment of unknown to end a season, as in like
just like
the abyss of nothingness.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I can't even. I don't want to get into it.
So it did like it ended unexpectedly, sort of.
Oh
thing?
yeah, and there was a lot of fan fiction. I actually bought on eBay when eBay first became a thing. I bought like I didn't know it was fan fiction because I didn't know it was a thing back then. But it was like a screenplay to the like last episode that they didn't get to do, and I thought it was done by.
I'm pretty sure it was fan fiction.
Mark Belisari or
no, it was fan fiction.
It was fan
fiction.
fiction.
You were so hungry for more story,
but it was a better ending.
Yeah,
and it was Can you lock me away so I can use the restroom in safety?
I'll lock you away. Well, let me read a couple super chats while Chris is using the big men's room.
The big boys room.
Big boys room.
Am I safe?
Yeah, you're safe, Chris. Go ahead. But take your time.
Take your blue goo and go.
Okay. Okay, super chats. Thank you to... Oh, okay, it's on me. Let me go back to where we were. Oh, Sue. So Sue had the book about the astral... what was it called, Chris?
Astral Dynamics.
Astral Dynamics. Thank you, Sue.
Complete book of out-of-body experiences.
She followed up with that and said, enjoy, guys. Second package sent as well with my notes about the book and other stuff.
Ooh, cool.
Cool. So thank you,
Awesome.
Sue, for that.
Thanks,
So we got a
Sue.
little more breakdown. Lena, $5. Thank you, Lena. Chucky.
No note.
Lena? No, just $5.
Okay.
Straightforward, just cash support. Thank you.
Appreciate it. You're super.
Chucky Moto apparently wants me to say pee pee poo poo. That was his.
Thank you
his
for that,
message there.
Chucky. Coming at with the deep thoughts.
Yes. No. Yeah. I said it, Chucky. You're welcome. Thank you. Thank you for the $2, my
It's
friend.
pretty funny. Pee pee poop.
Jennifer Dabrowski. Hey, Jen. She says, I have had exactly those kinds of dreams, like years of living something else. I've sent them before, but I sent them before, I think, but I know exactly what you mean.
Remember that story that we did with that guy that like married this woman and like
Oh my gosh, that was
got hit?
really early, wasn't it?
it was kind of early middle.
Okay.
It was an expansion episode.
Okay.
But it was like this. He got hit or something or beaten up,
Oh man, yeah.
and he lived like this
Oh,
long
that's right.
life and had children. We know it's in the expansion.
We got that, Chris.
What is it?
What was it? Animal ESP expansion. Okay. Thanks, Chris. For
But
the
it was
bathroom.
fascinating because I think one of the most interesting parts of the story is it's a little bit of a spoiler. Can I say it?
Yeah, go ahead. It's, I
Okay.
mean, because it's the story
The
itself
story
is
is
really good.
still really interesting, but towards the end of the whatever you want to call it, life dream experience, like things started to get distorted. And this took a while. It didn't happen like immediately. It was like things like the lamps would start to look out of place, or like just things didn't look right anymore, and it kept getting more and more strange over like days.
Yeah.
Right? Mm-hmm. It's just such a bizarre thought. To
Yeah, that
like,
was... Where are my headphones? I don't know. I can't hear myself. That was in the Animal ESP episode, the expansion to the Animal ESP.
Yeah, we heard you from the bathroom.
Season 2 episode, I'll find it. But that was a great one. We did...
really interesting,
yeah.
creepy story.
Living a lifetime in that moments of,
we did dreams. It was dreams and the unreality or the reality of the subconscious or something like that. It was a really good episode.
Yeah. So Jen, absolutely. I think it's something that a lot of people experience. I mean, I've had those where you feel like, I mean, I don't know if I've ever had that long where you've said years of living another experience. I've definitely had where I woke up and I missed where I was. Like I definitely had, what I find interesting is the reoccurring places, multiple dreams over the period of years. There's a place. So we grew up in Canal Fulton, Ohio, and there is a giant eagle grocery store.
I was thinking a
There's a gigantic eagle bird.
It was apples when we were growing up.
Yeah, there's this grocery
Butterball
store.
before that.
Name of this grocery store.
Butterball?
Before apples.
Anyways, there's this grocery store, and in my dreams that I go back to, it's, I'm sure you guys have experienced this too. It's a different version of the town you knew. Sometimes it's an amalgamation of a couple towns. Yeah, it puts them together in your
I
mind.
dreamed San Francisco.
Yeah, I do too. I've dreamed San Francisco.
It's always the same layout, which is so bizarre.
But
Columbus and Austin.
yeah,
the crazy part
always
is
kind of the same though, right?
the crazy part is the consistency. So in the Giant Eagle, the grocery store in Canal Fulton, Dream Canal Fulton that I go back to, there's a guy. I don't remember his name now. I want to say Kyle, who works
Patrick Brooks.
who works in the bakery. And every time I go, like the last couple of dreams I've had, I went and I talked to him, and I swear to God, the conversation carried on. And I remembered our last conversation, and it was like just time itself and the lifeline that I had in that
like you plug back
sleep
in.
reality. Yeah, just get plugged back into it.
So
What if this is your dream,
weird,
Jeremy?
dude.
I don't think so. I think that there may just be multiple consciousness
Right.
avenues.
This
I
is
don't know.
a physical one. There's very specific like feelings here and gravity and like physical dimension where you like lift things. Like that's not in those
I think
other
that's
dreams.
just you trying to convince me of that, John, because I don't feel it.
when I'm in those other dream states, like everything is floaty, you know, it's like you don't feel weight, you know, you think things and you're there more, but you don't know at the time.
Right.
You know, you don't know that anything is out of place when you're experiencing.
But is that just your recall of that dream? Have you ever had a dream where it felt just as real, like physically? And oh, John, you're gonna
Shut up,
you're
John
cruising
says.
for a bruising.
Okay, well, on that note, Isaac, this is a very bad idea. He says, several of us in the chat here have decided that there should be a dollar amount that we buy you a shot, and you'll have to take it. Ha ha!
Don't tell him there's tequila.
Isaac, maybe we do the shots at the end.
John's leaving.
Buy them, and then we'll do as the show is fading out. We'll be just taking each shot individually. That's something we have to consider. That's
I like that idea.
It's pretty intense.
Maybe closer to the end of the episode.
Yeah,
we've got more videos to do, and we've got some disclosure to talk about yet too. And I'll be able to make my words sound like words.
One more super chat from Kaz, $7.99.
Kaz, all right.
Australian?
Yeah,
I think.
Remember
Right,
Kaz?
that's the A. Yeah. I figured that was her. It was Kazna, right?
Yeah.
Thank you so much. That's super, super sweet of you.
Very awesome.
And last one I'll read right now. From Archie, good old friend Archie Clayton.
All right.
Hey, brothers, I'm late, but hello from the UK. Hope you've all been well. Yes, I think
No such thing as late. Archie arrives exactly when he means to.
Yeah, actually, we were late to the show, more than about 30 other people. So, welcome, my friend. P.S. Where's the Bigfoot episode, John?
It's coming. Who was that?
Archie.
It's coming.
He didn't actually say John. He just
Okay,
said,
I gotta make a drink for John.
John,
can you bring me your
around.
glass?
You're like a bar lizard right now. Creeping to the other side. Hey, can I get like a refill?
Very unprofessional, John.
I know, but it says we're hanging out.
Thank you, Archie. That was very generous of you, my friend.
Thank you. Brian out there? What about Nick Benson?
John just listing like my old.
Did you let him know, John? You gotta let your friends know.
Are they there? I mean, maybe. The thing is, I can only read people that have. I can only read participants.
What an excuse.
There's like a list in here, so this is like YouTube behind the scenes. If you guys don't know, I can read the names of participants. The funny is you're standing right next to your chair and we can't see you.
I'm sorry, we'll be back.
I thought you were closing them out.
Huh?
You hide that
It's
away?
it's very difficult to remove someone from an auto switch, so I just don't.
Do you have a mix, John?
Anyways, guys, you guys probably don't care, but behind the scenes, I can only read the participants I think that have chatted. No, yeah, I feel like it's limited. I feel like YouTube isn't quite up on this management here.
Anyway, what is your point to this?
What's next on the docket?
We got more videos, and then we're going to get into disclosure or disnosure. This is ridiculous, John. We should each have our own wet bar and our own bartender. We'll have no money in the Belieful Fund. I will.
Okay, this is really fun to watch. I'm gonna back out of this this refilling
more vodka,
situation
John?
here.
Just a little bit more.
You want to put some tequila in there too? John.
We're all having fun out there. I want to have a little fun.
That's true. We can't see have fun though because you're.
That's way too much.
Okay, Grandma.
That's way too much. It's just pours and pours.
It's diluted, bro. All right, let's get back to it. Enough sassafras talk.
All right.
Let's get in on it, Jerry. You ready? You ready
Yeah.
for another video?
Sorry for the delay, people. You've been so kind to us. I feel a little spoiled.
Just so you guys know, I think a common theme with the show will probably always be. At some point, you're going to see someone's lap, someone's waist moving past the screen as they. Because I have to go to the bathroom now, and I don't know how to turn off the auto switch.
Can we start the next story for people?
Yeah.
That
Yeah,
was
Jerry, why don't
my
we wait
fault.
till I start the video?
Okay,
Because I think you've seen most of these.
sure.
So you can still give your feedback
Let's
on
do it. Let's do it.
All right, so this next video... Okay. All right. Oh, I feel like I'm too far
All
ahead.
right, Matthew
I jumped from
McConaughey. 3
3 to 5. All right. I'm not going to do it. Okay. All right, so this next video is interesting. This comes from
It's Friday night.
Dadio's urban
that's
exploration
strong.
video. John, are you familiar with urban exploration? You've seen
Yes.
these videos, right? This is an interesting video because his videos do not seem to have a paranormal feel to them when he goes. There is this overlapping with the urban exploration sort of thing.
Mm-hmm.
I always thought Zach Daniel would do some urban exploration with Nick. or
Urban
something.
explanation.
Urban explanation. I had a joke.
That was hilarious.
Yeah, no, I'm not gonna say it. Urban exploration. This is interesting. there is a lot of crossover usually where, you have people that are exploring abandoned buildings just for the sake that they're abandoned. Interesting. That's the urban exploration stuff. Then you got a lot of like ghost hunting videos where people go into the same sort of locations. So there's that crossover. This is a guy who just does urban exploration, but happened to catch what, in my opinion, might be real paranormal footage caught on camera.
Ooh.
So this is from Daddios, probably Daddios. Urban exploration YouTube page, and he says, so I'm not a believer in the paranormal, ghosts, spirits, or that type of thing, but I do accept odd things happen from time to time. What happened yesterday what happened yesterday has caused me to consider being a little more open-minded. This house in Bobcaygeon sits way back from the road, a half kilometer or more. Anyway, so I'll sum it up for you. He goes into this house and some weird things happen, and that's what we're going to see. But he's a skeptic going into a place unexpecting of paranormal experiences.
My appetite has been whetted.
All right.
Consider me wet.
Fill that appetite. Cheers.
Fill it what?
I don't know.
I said consider me wet.
Okay, John.
I do. I can see that, John.
John's cut off.
His appetite is whetted.
That's all I'm saying.
Are we ready for the video?
Paranormal whetted, yes.
I'll pull it up here. I guess I have it, don't I?
It's up to you, my friend. You can do.
Who is woman captures ghost of something? Is that later, Jer? You put that at the wrong spot.
Does anyone say anything about the... Okay, let's go.
We'll get some more chats later.
We go.
You got it? Preview the program.
Abandoned farmhouse. Explore gone wrong. April 20th. Skip ahead here. So this is the home. So this is the place, what it looks like. He's about to urbanly explore this.
Oh, it's creepy.
Pretty creepy. Old bike, that never helps.
There's no volume.
No, there is. I will move it ahead until he enters the home underneath here. It's in the basement. It's all rotted out.
I love abandoned places.
Who doesn't? Okay. This is the entrance to the home. So he kind of went in through under the basement garage type thing. I think it's not garage, basement.
He's out by himself, huh?
Yeah, by himself.
Definitely creepy.
Take some balls. But if you don't believe in the paranormal, maybe it's not as scary,
No, you could still see like a man.
Big raccoon or something.
A man. Just have creepy vibes in places like that. Like anything can be out there.
That's right. Like a Jake.
Like Hansel and Gretel.
He's listening. Skip ahead a little here. This is where it gets interesting. Notice the wreath there. Notice that the tag moves on it briefly.
Ooh, weird. Ugh.
Watch the door.
Oh my gosh, dude. Dude, that would freak.
So first thought here, terrifying or like that's fake, right? Like
yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, right.
So my first thought when I saw this was, okay, it's got to have a friend in there.
Yeah, right.
But before I
still super creepy setting.
Right. Before I made a judgment, you look at his videos, like he doesn't have these ghost sort of videos. It's all just urban exploration. Still could be one off, right?
Okay.
But then you watch it, it almost seems like this right here.
It didn't make any sound.
This thing here, this little tag on this wreath, it does seem to move by itself even before the door slams. Like, I mean, I guess you could say wind maybe, but I don't see any other debris rustling throughout the video.
How come it didn't make any noise? Like, wouldn't
I'll back it up
freak?
and watch that part again.
Yeah.
More will happen, by the way.
Pretty creepy though. I mean, soccer.
Okay, now pay attention to the wreath. Okay, see, that's already moving there. And weirdly moving, too.
Ooh. What was that pop sound?
Pop sound?
Oh, I'm seeing a delay on the video.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry.
The sound.
Yeah.
That's why it's weird. But he didn't make a sound, though. Wouldn't you make a sound?
You would think that, I mean, you could make the argument that you've been in places like this and like wind moves things, you're not startled as easily. I don't know.
Still be like,
yeah, no, that's an honest response because I don't know how. I would feel like I would be like,
you'd at least breathe
out of here,
like,
yeah,
like something like that.
I mean, he was watching it and he saw it open. Like on my screen, there's a delay for you, John, but the viewers, we're back. Somehow it went away from the video.
I click back because it's not fun to watch a pause screen while you're talking.
Fair.
Come
That's
on.
fair.
Hi,
Showmanship.
Jeremy. Oh my gosh, there's a dogman behind you.
What? Oh, you can see him better now. Still waiting for name of that. I think Marty's good.
As it gets darker.
Anyway, let's finish this video.
Can you imagine seeing that at night? Oh my god, that'd be so
terrifying.
It looks more real, like in real life.
Thank you to the lady in Orville who sold it to us last minute yesterday.
Okay, this is the funny thing. So I'll just say this real quick. So our friend Tristan here, or whatever name we land on. I thought Kyle was a good name.
I like Brad.
Whatever we go with. What happened was
I like the idea of highest bidder.
we got this mask in a neighboring town, Orville, Ohio, and the lady was like, basically, I want to get it out of my house. My granddaughter was like, I don't ever want to see this thing again. Just get it out of the house, Grandma. And so, as long as she doesn't tune in the live
We
stream,
should make a movie with it.
I was like, she should watch our live stream, and then she'll see the.
Yeah, she handed it to us in a trash bag, and she said it's in a bag because my granddaughter can't look at it.
We could totally use that for Dogman.
It does feel a little cursed.
Documentary.
Yeah, you need to do some decent lighting to make it not look plastic. But
The funny
we could
thing,
do it.
The funny thing is, it felt when I was putting him up there on the he's on like a mic stand, just propping him up, and when I put him up there, as I was like walking around him, and I was like, "Excuse me, sir," and this he has
a smell.
He has a smell because he comes from another house. There, it just has a distinct.
Smells like an animal.
So he smells like a different person,
Right.
or animal. So that was kind of creepy.
Should we finish the video?
Yeah, let's finish the video, and we got some chats to catch up on.
All right. Here we go.
Getting
Back in
some
the house.
Super chat love today.
Back in the house. Back in the game. Watch the wreath. Jerry, you've seen this. So, okay, he kind of leaves the wreath here. This is another interesting thing. Kind of walks away from it. He comes back to it later, like that, to explore that part of the home again.
Mm-hmm.
It kind of cuts to that.
Dude, you do have to have some balls if you're by yourself.
Yeah.
Did that
Door
happen
again.
again?
Yeah.
Oh man,
John, there's a little delay for you, but
That fly tape.
dude.
so you might be thinking at this point, like maybe there's a gust that keeps moving it.
Yeah.
So then he's like, I'm gonna bust this door open and see what's behind the door.
Yeah, if you're standing right there, that's what you're gonna want to do.
There's no one there.
What's that?
I think he's just kicking stuff.
I mean, you could argue he gave it enough time for someone to get around the corner after opening the door.
this is creepy to me too. If you look here, that was a Christmas wreath on the door. There's Christmas wrapping paper here. It's
Oh,
just
yeah.
weird that
Oh, it's
the
so
day the house
weird.
was abandoned was Christmas.
That's sad.
What happened?
And it's so destroyed.
Yeah.
Like
That
I
makes me
guess there's
think,
been
like-
other people probably there that destroy it. Like
That's true.
Just break stuff.
Yeah.
But it's just
There's a lot of Christmas
such a
paraphernalia.
disturbing vibe in some of
Yeah.
those houses where it's just like it's just chaos.
Well, yeah, and I think the difference, because we had an abandoned house in Clinton where we grew up. There we would go into and like people would kind of destroy, but there wasn't property in it. There weren't like random, things
like
there,
leftover
wrapping paper.
memories
It's creepy.
and-
So if you see, there's like wrapping paper, more wrapping paper. It's just weird. Like whatever happens seemed to happen on a holiday. Makes me think of like, I don't know why, but like murders.
Oh yeah,
You know,
totally.
like seems like the things like
there's
that.
a
I
lot
don't know why,
of
but, like,
there's a lot of
suicides,
emotion during that
Yeah.
time period.
for sure. Just creepy. I'm trying to remember if anything else happens in this video. That might be it. Oh, he did say, and maybe boost the volume with you guys at home when you leave, but in his video he does say that like while this was going on, he heard some footsteps. He also heard what sounded like freight trains in the background. I don't know if we can boost that video right here.
There's
but I
no
think it happens
trains.
right here.
There's no trains nearby.
No train tracks nearby, but it sounds like freight trains in the background. I did this at home, so I'll have the link in here. You guys boost the volume yourself whenever.
All these videos will be linked in
on.
the show notes.
Yeah.
Unlike, I don't think we did that last time because we forgot.
We'll do it this time. You can kind of hear it there with headphones on. See, that's like ocean sound, John.
Mm-hmm.
He said it sounded like freight trains.
Weird.
Yeah, very
Could be
interesting.
wind.
I think that's pretty much the video. He said he felt like he was one of the few times, and maybe the only time, I can't remember what he said exactly, but when he left the home, he felt like someone was following him outside.
Really.
And again, this is someone who
And he's not someone that.
no, he's never had
has any
paranormal experience.
stuff?
His videos are all like just urban exploration. So I felt like he was being followed outside. Just interesting.
I mean, I believe the guy.
Interesting.
Devil's advocate, of course.
He
If
didn't make a whole lot of. That's.
Back to switch here if you want.
He's obviously got the fact that if it's legit, and he goes into those houses by himself, he's got to be pretty like secure in. He doesn't get freaked out easily.
Yeah.
So I'm sure he's seen other things that like bang and move and stuff just
Yeah.
because the nature of.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure.
I mean, Devil's Advocate, of course, like you have one paranormal video. Like there was actually, I mean, I guess this is kind of similar. There was a channel I came across. It was like weirdest mysterious creatures seen on the road or something. And the guy's channel was just like, it was like a tech channel, like how to set up your PC to connect it with your Bluetooth
Oh
or
yeah, I
whatever.
remember this.
And then there was one video he put up that was just like top 10 videos. For some reason, hit the algorithm right, and he had 4 million views on that one video or something. And then days later, or I looked at his most recent videos, and it's 60 views. And then as I went back looking at his videos closer to a couple years ago when he posted that, they climb up in views because everyone's waiting for that next video. But it was interesting just because he could have kept going with that formula. I'll just keep putting out creepy top 10 videos, but he just went back to posting. And this is why I like this guy, is he was posting strange sounds heard on not AM radio. It was a shortwave radio. He had an old shortwave radio, and he was just recording. Oh yeah, he would get weird kind of signals and stuff coming in. So if that guy ever gets anything, I would take that as credible, because he
wasn't going after.
Yeah, he could have gone through with a specific formula that was working for him. Instead, he's just filming and recording things that he thinks are interesting.
Unless that's all part of the plan.
He's playing a long game,
an elaborate hoax, just like Jay Breezy.
It's a long con, right?
Jay Breezy.
Jay Breezy's legit, man.
Yeah, I think it seems credible.
Did you want to read some more before I go to the next
people
video,
are
Jay?
pretty advanced at this point. I mean,
Yeah.
People do elaborate hoaxes.
What? Yeah, it's been on us this whole time.
Oh.
So stop picking your nose, Chris.
Well, no, it was on a Foursquare for a while.
It was on a Foursquare, yeah.
That's boring.
That's boring. All right, catch up on a couple chats here real quick. Elena Stedman, thanks for another live stream. Been missing them. Maybe we've been missing you.
It's been a while.
Elena. It's been a while. We do enjoy these, and we haven't done them a lot. We've been moving around a lot. This is our first time doing it in this location. I think 2 times ago was our first time doing it in the last location.
I know.
So, but we'll be doing more.
We're trying to do it more. It is hard to keep up with just the show.
The show itself is just so much work.
It's a lot.
I keep thinking we want to do documentaries. Last night I was dreaming about doing a documentary on a specific subject.
Movies.
Yeah, I know we could do it really well, and we'd have to take 6 months off the whole.
I want to be a star with my name in
my name in lights on a music by John on a documentary title. No, I think we could make some really great films.
We could have little parts in it.
No, we don't go that far.
Why not?
Just little cameos for ourselves.
Well, no, maybe a comedy.
I'll be the pizza delivery guy in a reenactment for Dogman.
Do videos and you were just in the movie.
Oh yeah.
That's what I mean. Remember you got dragged through snow.
Yeah, I remember that very well.
That's what I'm saying.
It's on a YouTube channel that
we're part of the recreation moments.
No, that would be fun. Actually,
that would be a little more believable style in the documentary with a little humor in there.
Yeah,
it's not just straight up cold facts.
It's not funny.
It's not funny.
It's very real.
Yeah, I think that's one thing that I think it'd be cool to do a documentary on Dogman or whatever in the way that we do the show, where we do take it seriously. We take it seriously. It's a sincere approach to the history, the setup of it, but not afraid to
a humorous
also
tone.
Have fun with it. But I think
it can be creepy too.
Yeah, and
all of the above.
I honestly think subjects can be taken more seriously when it is more balanced. When it's not, because there are some people that take subjects so too seriously,
and then it's not.
We don't have to talk bad about other people.
No, I'm not saying any names.
Just messing with you.
The point is, if you approach the subject so sternly, and if someone says something, it makes a joke about something. Well, don't say that joke. My cousin saw a dogman or something. The guy who's joking isn't saying dogmen aren't real. Yeah. He's just making a joke about whatever. If you can't have humor in a subject,
makes it a little bit more believable because it allows to not be as rigid.
It's part of the human experience. Right. You become a joke when you take things too seriously.
Well, that's what I was going to say. Is I feel like
that's
when
the ironic
take
joke.
Things so seriously, you start to sound like you're a parody of yourself. Where you're
if you can laugh at yourself and still make something believable,
then you're
more
human.
Believable.
Yeah, then you're genuine.
Yeah. And you never ever want to sell out. So let's read some super chats real quick. So Stephanie Vassar, Stephanie Vassar, just because I love you all, $4.99. Thank you, Stephanie.
Thank you, Steph.
Thank you,
sweetheart. She's been around for a long time.
You are a sweet lady. Sweet girl.
Belief Biblio. Thanks for the butt shot, John. Thanks.
Screenshot.
That's the thing with our show.
I'm sorry.
You're going to have that when you stand up to go.
Why are you apologizing?
It's a hangout in the
beautiful
hole.
bottom.
Thank you.
It is. It's a.
So I've heard.
Not supposed to
it's a glamorous gluteus, as they say.
I'm just repeating your words.
Matthew Garcia, been waiting for the Bigfoot episode. Not sure why aliens are associated with him, but let's find. Let's find out in the hole. So many stories where he is interdimensional, and that is absolutely true, Matthew.
Yep.
Yeah. I'm okay. I'm down with the Bigfoot.
Thank you, John. You're going to be.
Can you make a song about that?
I'm down with the
Down
Bigfoot.
with the Bigfoot?
Yeah.
Only if we can make a song about it.
John has started so many songs and not finished them for the whole.
No, I haven't.
Well, there's the
true.
one you showed me the other day.
One song.
It's so close.
We did another one together.
I know the Dogman song.
That hasn't been finished, but that's not me.
Tap, tap, tapping on my glass. We should play that.
We should have brought it.
Nah,
I got it right here.
We'll release it another time.
Did you guys listen to the updated version?
Mm-hmm.
How did the second part turn
That
out?
sounds great.
I-
Jeremy's always a little overly insecure.
No,
about
I
his
didn't think
vocal performances.
Were the
It hasn't been mixed down.
I was gonna say the mixes, and I feel like, yeah, my vocal stuck out to me.
it's not as good as your first take.
Yeah.
Anyways-
Well, no, even my first take on this
Just
export.
Anyways.
No, I get it.
Well, no, we'll have
Sucks!
No, but I want them to know that it is coming. We're gonna have a whole. Well,
Promise things you
we
can't
will.
keep.
Over my
We will.
one day
Whole
have a
album.
whole album of Belief Hole music where it's going to be good music mixed with fun lyrics and compelling
Storytelling.
yeah, I was going to say compelling
Jeff
vocal
Goldblum.
performances by yours truly.
Styled Goldblum.
Do you guys want to be ready for another clip?
It is very important. Sorry, go ahead.
All right, here we go.
Oh, okay.
This
We'll get
is
some more chats in a minute.
comes from some woman's telephone.
Good setup, huh?
I don't know what this is. Should I go back to
Some
the-
woman's telephone.
This is yours.
I put description there for
All right,
you.
well, let me go back to the description. I got to read it. Jeremy doesn't memorized. Let's see. Video.
So this next clip, I thought this one was interesting. So often we see, like that ectoplasmic tumbleweed we saw in Jay's video, or we'll see, anything, the typical shadow person or whatever. This is one
Do you have a
where
setup for me?
it's, huh?
I was wondering if you had a descriptor.
Basically, I thought I put one in there. Basically, it's a woman who filmed her grandmother having, I don't know if maybe it was a selfie shot. I can't remember, but it's a short live video. Short video, whether it's one of those live photos where it's a few frames or it's just a video.
Oh, yeah.
But in that moment in the video, whatever it is, you see her, supposedly it's her husband. So the person who submitted the video, it's their grandfather visiting the grandmother.
Who died?
So the grandfather dies, and then shortly after, the grandmother dies, but this is while the grandmother's still living. And so people have said, well, you so often hear that. You hear when one dies, that if they were so close for so long, the other will come to retrieve their lover, or, it's a kind of a sweet idea. So
I always said when Jeremy dies, or when I die, rather, I'm going to infest his body. And
cool.
we will live as one. Just
the hell?
a little more time
How about let's not?
on this plane.
How about I get to keep
Just
my-
like half of Jeremy's body is always doing something else. Like, Chris, I don't feel like
One's
Miller
just like
Lite.
drinking blue goo all the time. I don't like it. I don't like that
the
either.
middle of the night and trying
Anyways.
to go to sleep.
Yeah,
Just
we
get
don't
ready.
need that, Chris.
Anyway, yeah, let's watch
Play this clip, but you'll notice in the background it's very clear that there is an old man sauntering by.
This is from Sarah Cotton. Ready?
User Circadan states.
Oh, pause it. So this video, I couldn't find the original. This comes from KingFrostmare, which is a
he's pretty
YouTube
good.
channel.
Heard of him.
Yeah, if you ever want to just like fall asleep terrified watching scary videos, most of which I gotta say, I think are probably fake. And it's not his fault. There's just so much on YouTube, right? But it sets that mood. If you like that tone of just like the creepy, the screepy, you
should probably stop watching as you're going to bed because you can't sleep.
I
very
have
well.
stopped. I've stopped watching. I have issues sleeping, but it's not because of that.
Do you have it up on the? Because it looks like you don't have it up on the actual
Yeah, it's
screen.
not up there.
Okay. Period program.
Boy, oh boy. So do you want me to mute it, or do you need the audio?
No,
or-
you can let him. You can let KingFrostmare.
There we
narrate
go.
for us.
Where's Preview to Play?
User
I like his accent.
Circadan
Oh my
states.
gosh.
This video was taken off a live photo taken on an iPad. The picture was captured
Live
in
photo.
December 2019.
Your
The lady
voice is
passed
so
away about a
scary.
month
Scandinavian?
back. Her daughter inherited the iPad and
So this is the thing about live photo. If you guys don't know, I think it's just iPhone.
I hate live
If you
photo.
take a photo with live photo, this
It's
user
like the default. It's
user
really annoying.
beware. If you don't know, as the photo is taken, it takes multiple shots in a row with audio. So like if someone's like, I'm taking this photo for my friend, she's a real
It's
bitch.
video, doesn't it?
It technically takes. I guess maybe it is video.
It's a
Yeah.
video before and after.
Yeah.
A little bit.
So if you're saying something bad during that live photo shot, you think it's just a photograph.
It's like 10 frames or something.
In reality, like they can hear that audio if they hold their finger down on the live
Yeah.
photo button. They can see the whole thing.
you have to talk.
played,
You have to insult somebody really quickly for that to.
which happens all the time. I do regularly.
It takes batch.
Yeah.
You're a dick.
Okay, sorry, Chris. Go ahead. Anyways, let KingFrostmare continue the narration.
I like KingFrostmare's voice.
It sounds Scandinavian.
Yeah.
Dirk Dunn states, this video was taken off a live photo taken on an iPad. The picture was captured in December 2019. The lady passed away about a month back. Her daughter inherited the iPad and was going through the photos when she saw this.
Ready for it? Watch upper right. There he goes.
The man in the back is identified as the lady's husband, who
Definitely
had
a
passed
man.
away a year prior to the taking of this picture. He had lived in this house for 6 to 8 months before moving to an apartment with his wife.
That's a man, baby.
Weird. That's a pretty good
What do
one.
you think? Did Grandpa visit for Christmas that night?
I
or
think
is it
Grandpa
something
did.
explainable?
I don't know.
Dude, that's pretty
I mean,
interesting.
it's compelling.
I think you did
It
just
is like
explain
he's
it, Frostmare.
looking. Look, I mean, you can even see his glasses on. I mean, it's either some sort of.
Yeah, it's obviously a man. It's
I would say
obviously
if it was film, obviously it's digital, so it's a cell phone. If it was film, I could say like it could be some sort of like accidental overlay, like retaping over old
but
film.
it's either
digital.
hoax or it's real. I mean, there's no accidental digital overlay of a man walking in the background. Yeah. But you do. I mean, this is
I like it.
This is a common theme. You know, the idea
He's
that
waiting for his late. You know, I've heard so many stories like that. There was a really good EMS story. I forget which EMS ghost show it was on, but it was pretty compelling. But it was that story where the guy goes to this woman's house and he felt this presence there. He ended up seeing an apparition there very vividly. And it turned out her husband had died a few months before. And the concept is often in these situations, like you said, they're so close in age. They spent 40, 50 years together. One dies, they just wait for the other one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They're not going anywhere until that one kicks it. Especially since they're so close to the end, you know?
That's an interesting question too. Like, do they come back from the other side, or are
Well,
they in the that kind of umbra, the limbo
in
between,
between?
just hanging out? Like, I know she like I left and I saw back and her life health force is like in yellow, so she's not got long. So I'll just wait here for a month. You know what I mean? Like, I wonder how that works.
Yeah, who knows
if that is how it works.
Well, it's you do hear those near-death experience stories all the time where a relative comes and you see them, you know, as you're dying. Oh, it was my uncle so and so, or someone who passed before you. Right, that's pretty common.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, in this case, I guess it could be that, or it could be someone who's still lingering. Well, we don't know how these
It
mechanics
looks like
work.
he's gliding on by. Like, hey,
They're all gliding. Why would you walk if you don't have to? You know.
Why would you walk when you can glide?
That's what I say.
Good question. Good question, John.
Do you know there's a name for the chemical? I don't know why I think of shit.
I know your ideas are so random, but they're
Well, I
great.
was thinking about people together their whole life, but there's a name for the chemical combination of like being in love, like when you're first with someone.
That sounds familiar. Yeah.
Do you know what it's
When you're
called?
first with someone.
Well, like yeah, like when you first
like
really
your
realize
hormones
that
like
you're,
dance in front of like a
and like you that
invisible
blissful
Disney
feeling of like
it's like chocolate.
It's called limerence.
limerence.
Mhm.
Is this a new thing? Did you just read this recently?
Yeah.
Yeah, I just heard they were trying to do a study on. Oh, I saw Rand Paul talking about it on the.
Oh, this can't be the same thing.
On the floor, he was talking about how.
No.
Oh no, because
That was from
what
like
he
the
was talking about was like
70s.
the 70s. Was like it was a study on like try to figure out why people fall in love and like how it scientifically it works or something like that. He was like, why do we care, or why do we? Some things we shouldn't solve. You know, which I kind of like.
Yeah.
I mean, but it's interesting to put a name to that. Like, but actually, this
It's
could
like
be
oxytocin and dopamine, like all the chemicals that flood your body.
You know what I love about
testosterone and estrogen.
You know what I love about
all that stuff.
Scandinavia, like Iceland, Norway, Sweden, especially Iceland, but I know Norway and Sweden too. But they have really cool names for things like that. Like there's a name, and someone out there will know this, but there's a name for the feeling of being inside on a cold day and looking outside and feeling cozy because of that situation.
Yeah,
there's a name for
It's called like Strupskis.
Yeah, it's really beautiful. Like all the words are beautiful. They're all,
it's
Elvish sounding words.
Kozigen. I don't
can't think of what it is, but there's a lot of words like that.
That's
like the
awesome.
feeling of something on a rainy day, like where there's a word to something that in the English language it doesn't quite translate. You have to break it down to a phrase.
I love that
Right.
idea of like describing a
Interesting.
concept that you cannot literally translate.
There's probably a lot of
feeling.
that in the
See
Native
if I can find it.
American,
Oh yeah, and I
heritage
think any
too.
culture,
where they're more like, I don't know, in tune. Like like Western culture is so like materialist and transitory. I feel like.
well, we're also a
don't-
melting pot of other words. Like we have a lot of words. Actually,
I think a lot is just not in use
A lot of our
anymore.
English words, well, obviously, America eventually, but a lot of English words came from Scandinavia. Like the words that are so close.
But I do
German
think
too.
That's a good point. That like as time goes on, like the colonialization,
It's more formal
the Western,
and utilitarian.
Yeah, and I think the Western, as it's progressed, we probably lost a lot of the creative roots of some of the language. Like we don't use all the words we used to use that
we mash them all together
from
too.
Us, Nordic, Swedish.
You mash them, you mash them a bit.
You mash them. But yeah, what we use stuff that, like you said, it's utilitarian. It's what makes sense in our world today.
Like a word that makes up a phrase of feelings in like a specific scenario.
Right.
We don't have a lot of English.
Not so much
words
anymore.
Like that.
I think there's a chance that we probably had that earlier on, but
maybe
But
yeah,
but you don't know.
Utilitarian,
it's
materialist.
It's possible. Well, then again, first of all, America, like we all came
This
from
is a
somewhere
good
else.
ghost show.
It's a great ghost show.
it's that spooky
But
video.
all of our words come from some other country, really. You think about it, because we're all people from different countries that all came here a couple hundred years ago. So unless you're
Unless
Navajo
you speak
or
Native
something.
American,
Yeah.
or you believe that because we do have evidence for cultures coming over here from the Phoenicians, thousands of years ago. The
Phoenicia?
Vikings,
Lost tribes. Yeah.
Yeah, so we're
That's
just
also
it's all mixed up from Atlantis. Thanks Atlantis, made things really
One of
convenient.
Ragnar's sons made it here.
Do you have some more super chats you want?
Yeah, let's just jump in a couple chats here so we don't get totally lost here. Luke for 5 smackers.
What's up, Luke?
Says any high strangeness locations near y'all.
Ooh.
Absolutely.
We are very close to one.
About an hour out, and I've seen all of the interesting stuff in my general vicinity.
Oh, cool.
Oh.
Well, I
I'd
don't
like
know
to
if
hear about it.
I'm not sure where you're from, Luke, or where you're at, but
Rogues Hollow. I mean, it's super cool if you're around here.
well, yeah, describe that for those that don't
It
know.
also can be super like overplayed if you're from around here.
Well, I mean, it's just an interesting little area.
Yeah.
It's just like it's this sleepy, like hilly, windy valleys. It's hard to explain, but there's some
It's a hollow, right?
It's a
Hollow,
hollow.
Rogues
It's-
Hollow.
It's very mystically magical place. Like every time I drive over here, I go right through
Yeah.
it, and I love it every time. It's
Yeah.
just this beautiful,
It is.
mystical, magical place.
Yeah.
But I mean, I wouldn't know if I would drive an hour to get here. I mean, it's
Some people for sure would, and because
Have you guys been on
the
that
history.
trail over there?
the trail's
That's
beautiful.
what we're telling
It's
you to go. We
amazing.
told you
I
that
went there
last week.
I
We said
know.
check it out.
I did. Go.
So if you guys are ever in the Northeast Ohio area and you want a place to go, it's called Rogues Hollow. It's in Doylestown, Ohio, which is right
It's
in
kind of like Sleepy Hollow. That's
yeah, a
similar
little
type
bit.
of feeling.
Without a covered bridge.
a hollow.
Not covered bridge.
No covered
For those of you in Appalachia, you might say holler. It's basically like a dugout, a little hollow. So it's like a road that goes down, and on both sides are hills that go up. So it gets dark real early down
Old
there.
coal mines.
Old
That's
coal
the history
mines,
there.
mines in the sides of the hills, but it's gorgeous.
I think silver mines too. Because
Yeah,
silver
silver
Creek's right
mines.
up the road.
Yeah. So if you go down that way, what's interesting about our area? So Jesse James supposedly had gone through there. We had
I think
an
that's bullshit,
old saloon.
Shut up, Chris.
The reason why it's called Rogues Hollow is because there was an old saloon where there'd be gunfights and stuff down there, where the museum is now, John.
That's true.
And when someone would get shot or stabbed, they would toss them in the well.
It's a good place to die.
It's a good place to disappear
I think you get stuck there in the
or disappear
afterrealm.
someone.
You get stuck there in the afterrealm when you're in a hollow like that. When I'm down there, I feel like I'm already kind of like in a pleasant way trapped.
Yeah.
You know what I
if
mean?
I had to be trapped somewhere.
Anyways, what
Did you ever turn me back on by the way?
What do you mean?
On the-
It's on auto switch.
I know, but you turned me off when I was in the bathroom.
No, I never did.
Oh, am I here?
You're here.
Hello.
You're here, Chris. Don't be paranoid.
Hello.
I haven't seen him in a while.
Bye. Have a good night, ladies and gentlemen.
There he is.
Oh, there
Right
I am. I just
Hey,
haven't.
You got the blue goo.
The editor picks up if you're saying anything interesting. Apparently, I have not been saying anything interesting.
All I want to wrap this up about Rogues Hollow
Okay.
is that one of the reasons people come here, and you can find it in the Weird Ohio book, although it's inaccurate in that book.
Oh, I have it here.
I think we know the author actually, or we know of the author.
We know of the author because we have his book.
No, I mean
Dummy.
generally. The
Weird Ohio.
Rogues Hollow is made up of
See
multiple
it, John?
high strangeness
I do.
points. So we have Crybaby Bridge, which everyone and their cousin has a Crybaby Bridge, right? That's like the most common thing you have in
I
a
did
town.
not know that.
So yeah, a lot of small towns. I'm sure more than just Ohio. I'm sure
Where
Virginia
a baby was thrown over.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
it's one of the common
you go to a
folklores of
bridge
the country.
and there was an unwed mother who, committed suicide because she couldn't live with the shame or she couldn't take care of her child, whatever it was. You hear baby crying. So the Crybaby Bridge. It's in a lot of different places. We have that here in Rose
It's
Hollow.
one of the creepy area, small town stereotypes
Right.
that you find.
We also-
it's like the road to
Let's keep moving
nowhere.
through these.
Yeah,
stuff.
we also
Jonathan,
have
You need to end it.
we also have this is one of my personal favorites is the Devil's Triangle. So if you go drive down Rogues Hollow today, And I wish we could pull up screenshots. Maybe if we ever cut this out as an excerpt. If you drive down Rogues Hollow today, you get to a point where it's a triangle. It's basically just 3 roads coming together where there are 3 stop signs. And the story goes that on each point of this triangle is where witches, right, or Black Sabbath witches used to perform magic rites, rituals, summon the devil, whatever you want to say. But there's an old story that goes along with this spot where a man in a carriage was passing through, and as he approached the triangle, sitting in the tree, and you can still see the tree to this day, there's this gnarly old branch, and on that branch was the devil looking down and laughing.
Old Scratch.
And the on with you, horseman! And they bolted away because they were so scared of the devil.
It's a good reenactment.
I turn every time I come over here.
That's the Devil's Triangle.
Yeah.
And so,
and then if you go left, you go down by the
Ghost
railroad
tracks.
That is a creepy spot.
Ghost tracks.
That little open space for the other bridge.
Yeah.
Where you did film that one movie.
Stanley.
Yeah.
Stanley.
We have a black and white film. We'll link that in the show notes.
It's a cool area.
It's a cool area.
I really do enjoy driving over here, coming to this place.
So
every
to
time.
answer your question, Luke, ask locals that are, you said you got an hour out. You never know what's around until you sit down with some people that are around. There might be some creepy
local yokels.
There might be some creepy stuff you're not even aware of that just isn't published.
Well, I didn't know. I had a ex-girlfriend that worked at Silver Creek Tavern. I didn't know that place was haunted. That's right up the street, and famously haunted.
It is
famously haunted.
We should go there some night.
We should. The Speakeasy is what's haunted.
The Tangerine in Akron. That's
super haunted.
We knew that from a friend.
Canal Fulton, they do a haunted tour every Halloween. There's I don't know how haunted it is, but I know that used to be pretty haunted. The mill there, and then even down there below, next to the canal boat, the old Century House is supposed to be haunted in the basement or something. And there's people you can talk to that are still in the area that will tell the story. So that's interesting.
Yeah, lots of stories.
Lots of stories, Jeremy.
Sorry, that's me wrapping up back to a chat. Isaac says for $5, I believe I already got you my contact info. I think you did, Isaac.
Yeah, I think I'm talking to him right now, actually.
But I'm a Georgia-based production manager. Oh, that's right. This Isaac.
We just talked about you the other day.
Yeah, that would love to help the film side of Belieful hit the ground running. So absolutely, man, we will definitely reach out. We just got to make time for that.
Yeah, but Aaron is
Aaron
one of our
Francesconi.
good friends too. Yeah, that I know he can help us too, and
he's got some experience
we
too.
really want to do it. It's just a matter of figuring out a way to make it happen.
Keep the show going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because the show is still we've got to figure out a way to get the show dialed in more. I mean, we do a good job.
Maybe we can get some help to do some of the cataloging and some of the
more busy work,
the publishing stuff.
Yeah. And where we just actually focus on the creation of the show. Yeah. But yes, that's all in the plans. It's going to happen at some point, and we would love to have you guys on board to help out.
For sure.
And final super chat that we have in the hole right now is from Synthbent.
Oh, right.
Classic.
And her from
Synthbent's been around forever.
Yeah, he's been
$10. Happy Friday, my dudes.
Happy Friday to you, sir.
You are the best.
Yeah.
I mean, you're as good as everyone else, but you are the best. No, you've been around for a while, but I wonder what his real name is.
I forget. I know that I know who Synthbent is.
It's Benjamin Synthly.
No, wait, no. Sure. I know that they've told me who.
Yeah, no, I think I do. I do remember that there was a crossover.
This is hard that with Instagram and Patreon and the expansion, social
Facebook, email.
I can't remember, but anyways, thank you for everyone who's here right now.
Yeah.
We love you.
All of you.
This deep end, we've got so many people still watching, and that's awesome.
Should we jump into another video?
Yeah, let's do it. Let's play something more compelling, then we'll get back to more chats later.
All right, so we just did the lady with the grandfather video. Jeremy, you were going to do this. You're going to talk about this. This is the Project Bluebeam. You want to set this up?
Oh, we're there already?
Yep.
Sure. Okay, so when we first... John was really interested in showing us a video, showing you guys a video, a potential Project Bluebeam video. And we'd seen it in other places where it seemed like it was a legit
What's Project Bluebeam, for those who don't know?
Okay, and this is one of the things too, is I wanted to get a real good definition of Project Bluebeam, and I didn't grab that before the show, so we're going to go based on what we know about it. But Project Bluebeam, from what I understand, is the idea that there is the potential for a holographic illusion of...
It's supposed to be a deceitful governmental program, right? That's Project Bluebeam.
And allegedly it's been done in the
world.
Middle East and other places where they show visions in the sky. Whether it's an invasion or a religious experience, this is
allegedly that was Project Bluebeam.
This is coming to a theater near you.
Oh, it's coming to we'll see.
We will see
a reality near you. So that's the argument. And
when
we talk about, I'm sure a lot of you guys out there feel this way. But when we talk about the upcoming UFO, UAP disclosure, whatever, extraterrestrial life, the way that is being given to us right now, that, hey guys, this is I'm being the government right now in the military.
Hey guys,
we don't know what this is, but if you could, leave your comments in the section below, comment section below, and tell us, we can't identify it, but just tell us what you think it is, and we're just really hoping we know what it is, but it's just out there now. Like, there's something about the way that they're delivering the information and supposedly admitting that they don't know, but here's what we do know.
It's
but
also set up.
It just seems like they're controlling the conversation, or they want to. It seems like they're saying this, and I'm not saying it's not that there aren't UFOs. Right. Obviously, I'm saying what they're telling us. I think they have way more of the truth.
Psychological operations. I feel like that's all they do now.
Yeah,
it's just everything is planned in a way where they're trying to jerry-rig some sort of outcome so that they're gonna. It's like that's
well,
just,
and here's
sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
No, it's okay. Here's the perfect example in my mind is that all of you out there who've been like following UFOs, alien disclosure, extraterrestrial disclosure, UFO disclosures since the 90s. We bought those DVDs from Dr. Stephen Greer back in the day when we were into him.
Disclosure Project
back in the day, and you were like, it was so obvious, like this is happening. Why is nobody talking about it? And then every news bit of Phoenix Lights, I remember 1997 thinking this is it.
Yeah,
right.
I was just a kid, but
tomorrow,
I was thinking,
just wake up and check out the news tomorrow.
It's obvious. Check. It's in the sky. Kurt Russell reported it. Like, it's happening. Everyone knows about it. You see all that happening, and every time it's on the news, they'd play the X-Files music behind it, and they'd say, "Oh, well, I think Mulder and Scully's got to step in for this segment because we got a UFO spotted over."
They
Phoenix.
still use it. I just literally read the article today. It started with the truth is out there, or so we thought.
Right. So, but this is what they. So there's that. It's been that for so long. It's not been treated seriously. It's just like a fun Halloween kind of thing. Suddenly, on a dime, from my perspective, they say, "Guys, there is reality. The Pentagon's dropping all this information. Pentagon admits we don't know what this is. Here's video footage. Here's what we have. We need your help in solving this matter. The truth has to come out, but we don't know." The media, not only does the government admit that we don't know and that the Pentagon's releasing this information or wants to release this information, not only that, the media, I know, we're about to get there. Not only that, but all of the media on a dime turns and takes all of this seriously and starts saying, like Tucker Carlson, not that I'm not saying he's programmed to say this, but suddenly the media is allowed to present this stuff from the higher up levels to say,
comes directly from the Pentagon.
Well, it comes from the Pentagon, but
you guys
but
don't
the media no longer is forced to take it with like X-Files music. And
I don't think they were forced ever to take it that way.
Okay.
I just think they blew it off.
I don't know, maybe.
What about this?
Yes, John.
There's so much going on in the world right now. Can we all agree that there is just a shit ton of events happening? It's just ramped up to 1,000 right now. We're living in what Terrence McKenna would call an exponential novelty chain reaction right now.
Right.
I'm starting to think that this is whatever it is. I don't think that. I think that there probably is some sort of activity. I don't know what it is, but I think it's probably more of a distraction from other things that they want to divert our attention from. So they'll keep giving us nuggets of stuff and keep and it'll probably get more intense. But I mean, I don't know. Maybe there could be some sort of massive revelation. But what is?
It's over.
The government never gives us anything because they just want to tell us.
Here's the thing.
Because there's a reason.
We keep talking about this, but Congress. You got to keep this in mind. Congress asked the Pentagon or forced the Pentagon through legislation to tell us what you know. It was Democrats and Republicans that formed a committee.
Harry Reid?
No. He started the Bigelow projects back in the day, which formed.
Who are you talking about, though?
It was a group.
Specifically.
Do you want me to give you the name of the committee?
Yeah. I want to know who's.
I can read you the articles right here.
The recent thing.
Yeah, the most recent thing.
I want to know who's
on Wednesday.
Involved
They just did.
Who's involved in that?
Okay.
Who's
going to tell you right now?
Are you, sir?
All right, I'll pull up the article.
Who's are you, sir?
But before I read this article,
creepy caterpillar.
Just tell you, the general breakdown. I'll read you the article. But the general breakdown is a committee was formed in the Congress after legislation was passed, bipartisan legislation, to get make the Pentagon and the CIA, the information intelligences, to let a small committee within Congress give them the information they had about UAPs, unidentified aerial phenomenon. So it's the Congress saying, you must tell us this. So initially, and I'll read you the article, but initially my first response, like once figuring out how this kind of went down, it's a little like, it could be a committee of people in Congress who want the Pentagon to tell them, like, it's time you tell us what's going on.
So what do you think it is?
Well, I don't think that the Pentagon, and from what I can tell, they haven't, and I don't think they're going to give them any actual information.
So you think it's people that are actually like trying to petition the Pentagon to tell them?
I mean, it could be, because
is that what you think's going on? That's what you think all of this is?
No, I'm not saying that's all of it's happening. Maybe there's a shadow group of people who convinced some of the Congress to try to get the Pentagon to say something, but the Pentagon doesn't. So it's a very like thing. But then is the Pentagon involved? So the Pentagon knew.
The Pentagon were the ones that released a lot of that footage initially.
No, they didn't release it.
Yeah, they did.
No.
Oh, it was leaked, supposedly.
It was leaked, and then they said like, yeah, it's something we don't know what it is, but it came from
the
ship.
The fact that they
never said
they didn't.
There was more to it than that, though.
Well, I think the point is that they didn't need to respond. They didn't have to say like, yeah, this is from us, but we don't know what it is. Like, that's where like it was leaked, and then their official response was, we don't know. This is something we don't understand. Like that's where the conversation happens of like, where's the narrative control? You know, like, are they admitting that they don't know what it is, or is there a point behind that? And I think for $5, Jennifer Dabrowski says, I think something that a lot of us feel, which is how I feel.
I feel like you're like a Jeopardy.
For $5, she says,
who is the Pentagon?
Jennifer Dabrowski. She says, you have no idea if what they say is true, even partially true.
Right.
Of course, they'll only release what will ultimately.
That's my point.
What will ultimately benefit them.
Yeah, right.
And
that's my point.
Why is this vodka bottle in my shot? This looks very bad.
Whether it's
as I tap on it.
Very well could be there could be people pulling the strings to create more of a distraction in this already chaotic world. That's absolutely possible. What I'm saying is either way, or it's an actual group in Congress trying to get the Pentagon to say something. Pentagon is only going to tell you what they want you to know.
Yeah. Exactly. It'll always benefit them. And that's the point.
And so they just met Wednesday.
Unless it's a committee of one, Dennis Kucinich. That's the only time we're ever going to hear
Ron
Paul if he was still in office. Yeah.
And maybe Harry Reid.
Yeah. Or who's that guy Glavelle who threw the boulder in the
Mike
lake?
Lavelle.
Mike Lavelle. He disappeared.
Mike Glavel.
Mike Glavel.
Yeah, I mean,
there's some good ones.
I think whatever happens with this, it's not like there's gonna.
No, I can't show it in the frame.
There's gonna be more. We're gonna hear more, and I think it is gonna grow, and I think there is something to it. You know, I don't think that it's nothing. Like, I do think that these videos that are coming out. I mean, how many, footage from just random people all over the world? Like, there's things out there that we don't know whether that is whether that's military black project stuff or other country black project.
I'm sure it's all mixed.
There's a lot of China stuff.
Yeah, I mean, is it extraterrestrial? I've had my own personal UFO experience.
Well, this is where it comes down to me is that there's, I'm sure, a combination of all those things happening. My own belief, looking at a lot of this stuff, is that, you can knock a lot of it away as potential, threats to America or whatever that they're looking at. They don't want to disclose this information. But I think there are some extraterrestrial vehicles that we are seeing, or at least
you don't know that for sure.
No. But my personal opinion
I'm
is
definitely
that if not extraterrestrial, interdimensional or inner Earth or something, but something that doesn't seem to be like,
something
for example,
beyond human.
When there's
this Earth human, whether that's humans that live underground.
Right.
And it sounds crazy.
Breakaway civilization.
Probably not to most of our listeners, that doesn't sound crazy, but to our listeners, probably not as crazy, but other people, maybe it sounds crazy. But to me, when you have people who seem like legit people who weren't under the influence of any sort of debilitating drugs or alcohol, they have an experience in the 1960s, and we still haven't seen anything close to that level of technology. At some point, you can't say like, well, it's just a black project that humans have built. At some point, you have to go.
What are you talking about specifically?
I mean, I could pull some up, but I mean, just for example,
you're talking about people that have had accounts back in the 60s that saw technology that we don't
still
have
can't
now.
Yeah, things moving like they're still moving today, where thing is one point in the sky moves to another, or seeing humanoid type creatures being taken aboard a craft. Yeah, you saw that kind of pinpoint thing. Did you see any sort of structure to that, or was it just the light?
No, I mean, no, it was too far away.
Could it have been
Could be military.
One of those like new strip club to open, and they had one of those light things going on.
No.
Because I followed an array of lights that looked like it was in the sky.
This was not anything like lights.
It was Clays Park. It was a Clays Park light.
Yeah,
festival.
no, I've like looked at stuff like that before.
Because
like,
when it's
what
low
is
hanging
that?
cloud cover,
no, this was
it looks like it's
nothing
jumping
that,
around.
Dude. No, this was a triangle, 3 lights that shot across the sky like a mosquito. Like it was an object. It wasn't like
okay. That's
lights.
what I was wondering.
This was 2:30 in the morning on like a weekday.
Oh yeah, they usually turn those lights off. Right
that could have been.
This was not one of those lights. This was a craft of some sort. I don't know what it was, but
yeah, and that like to me that's either ET or Breakaway Civilization.
It could be highly because we had someone write in to us too that recently that had you remember the guy that wrote in that said he saw that that craft. He was on his way to school.
Oh.
And it was in just north of Austin.
Oh,
I
right,
wrote
right.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And he was watching it as he was going to school
on the bus. By the time he
and
got
then
off, it was gone.
Yeah. But I actually when I saw that craft or whatever it was, I remember I was like, I mean, it changed my life when it happened. And I like looked online at the time, and there were other people that saw the exact same type of triangle craft with the fiery balls in the middle.
And that's such a common thing. The Phoenix Lights, that sort of triangular craft, it was the people who saw it close up. You see the video footage of when it's far away, but the people who saw it go over their homes in suburban allotments, they said that the little balls, those sorts of lights, when they saw them up close, they almost look like encased lava moving
That's
around.
what exactly what it looked like. Yeah, it was like
organic
lava, like this flowing,
like a
kind
life
of
force almost.
It almost seems like that would be like maybe even a power source or something.
Could it have even been a bioluminescent fuel source of a
sky creature? Yeah,
maybe
sky creature.
Mascot of Belieful, man.
Sky creature.
I do think like there's so many times where I see an alleged UFO or I see some footage or something, or
like, is that some organism up in the sky?
To me, it sounds like a life form. And it could be just...
It moved like a mosquito.
Swallowing you up,
like an intergalactic mosquito.
Exactly.
Should I read this quick bit about disclosure since we've been talking about this? So I didn't know...
And then we'll get to some chats.
I was trying to follow along with the timeline. And I guess it was this past Wednesday, which was frustrating because CNN just dropped an article 2 days ago. Or they said it was updated. Anyway, point being, Wednesday they met, and this comes from NBC... there will be no disclosure in 2021, at least not from the government. Those who are unhappy with the conclusions described this week can take solace in the fact that the story is not over. Basically, and this was, I think, before the meeting on Wednesday, but the people who were close to the project or close to the quote disclosure insiders said that the report isn't going to give any information on extraterrestrials. Which kind of we all guessed in the first place. Why would they tell you even if they had it?
Right.
So, and then they did just meet, and if I have that one still up, yes. So they did just finally meet, and it says members of the House Intelligence Committee will receive a classified briefing on Wednesday. Oh, that was Wednesday. Anyway, okay. Well, I'll have these articles linked in the show notes.
Fill in, Chris.
I've had some vodka.
You had blue goo.
Point being, it was a select committee. Let's see if I have that committee name in here and who was involved.
It's it's hard with there not being a lot of updates about the information. Goodbye. Good night, everybody.
Where are you going?
John is walking away, as is so often.
Oh, you need a refill?
Can we get? We need a refill cam.
I know, but we should get actual liquor so we don't look like hobos. No offense to hobos, but we tend to drink low shelf.
All right, let's get.
You want to do some?
Let's get on a couple chats here.
Let's do it.
Okay, so I skipped over Luke. So he was the guy who was looking for some more high strangeness outside his area. For $5, Luke, I live near a road called Shades of Death. Yikes.
Ooh, interesting.
Named by Indians before we arrived. Origin is unknown.
Jerry. Sorry.
What?
Sorry for your Luke comment.
Oh, sorry. Chris needs gas station
For
vodka.
John. It's for John.
Okay. Named by Indians before we arrived. Origin is unknown. Coal mine collapses. Houses burning down. Lynchings.
Oh, wow.
Yikes. Okay,
darkness
Luke.
there.
Yeah. You got there's definitely some high strangeness around you, my friend. And with that kind of, that dark history, man, that's pretty freaky. I wonder where Shades of Death. I wonder where that is. You might have. Did you say that already? Georgia. Okay. I'm sure it's a beautiful area with all the.
John, you're ready.
Then there's all the dark tragedy.
Yeah, that does sound
Man,
creepy.
That's a hot.
I mean, that sounds like a place where you're gonna have a lot of energy.
Yeah. Shades of Death is the area that he lives near.
I thought he said that was his road.
It's a road. Yeah. Oh, he lived near a road called Shades of Death.
Wait,
Very creepy.
the Native Americans named the road?
Before we arrived.
Oh, that was like the
before
original
colonists
path.
arrived. The Indians named it Shades of Death or whatever. I guess the translation would be. Origin is unknown. Coal mine collapses. House
I guess
burnings down.
That's
House
why it
burnings
was called Shades of Death.
down. Lynchings. Yeah, a lot of darkness there.
Interesting.
Um,
Remember Faces of Death?
I
Yeah, I
never
just heard
watched
recently
Faces
that
of
those were
Death.
fake.
I never watched it either.
I just heard recently that those.
No, it was a mix. There was real.
That's what I thought, but I
Why
heard
would they
recently that they
mix
were all
it?
faked.
Well, because they didn't have
wouldn't
access
you-
to a lot of footage.
Why
back
wouldn't you
then.
fake it all?
Well, tell
If you're
people what it
gonna- You know
was.
what I mean? Like if you're gonna fake any of
Tell
it,
kids of not the 90s.
Just
No, I'm not.
Guys, tell
sorry.
the audience what it was.
Faces of Death was a series of videos back in like the
Early 90s.
when you rented movies.
where basically it was
VHS.
real footage of people dying and animals dying
So freaky.
All
like,
different kinds of
in
ways.
really horrible ways.
It's like serial killer fuel.
Yeah, just really effed up stuff. But I mean, nowadays you have the internet; you can find that stuff all the time if you want. But back then, it was hard to find that stuff, and it was all in one place for you if you want to really have bad
I'm pretty
dreams.
sure. I'm pretty
Cinema
sure
transit
it
video.
wasn't real.
No, there were definitely.
That's what I thought, but
I remember
at
one
least
of the
information
actual,
now says it was all fake. It was all directed and
no,
written.
No,
But why? How
they
did
were
you know
all
then?
from different places.
You're ruining
Like,
John's childhood.
It was like a.
It was a brand, though,
It was
Faces
like
of
a
Death.
Danny Tanner, like
Tanner.
Yeah, that guy's name right here. The original Faces of Death. Well, that's original. Written and directed by John Allen Schwartz. Credited under the pseudonyms Conan LeClary and Alan Black, respectively. The film, shown in a documentary-like style, centers
there
on
was,
a
like-
protagonist, Francis B. Gross, played by actor Michael Carr. That can't be the name they used because that would be totally obvious. Who presents the viewer with a variety of footage showing different gruesome ways of death from a variety of sources. Faces of Death received generally negative reviews, but was a huge success at the box office, reportedly grossing $35 million worldwide. It gained a cult following, and also spawned several. This has to be.
banned in 46 countries.
That was part of the. No, that was part of the branding. It wasn't really.
So it's like Blair Witch.
I remember
before Blair
reading, at
Witch
least in the
with
documentary,
death.
they presented it as if it was banned, but they made that up. It wasn't banned. At least according to the documentary I was watching.
Just a big,
Okay, well,
big hoax.
It was
I
like
don't
Blair
know.
Witch.
I don't think so, because I remember seeing one of the clips that was like a for sure real, like someone that killed himself on live television.
Yeah, but how do you know that wasn't faked?
Because it
You were
was
12.
like,
Maybe you could
no,
look that up, though.
It's you can look it up. It's really disturbing, and it really happened.
that
I'll
has
look up
happened.
a
right
news-
now.
That has happened on new.
It was on a news press briefing where the guy killed himself right in front of it. You couldn't fake this, dude.
Yeah.
You can look it up. I mean,
You're right. Okay, so although several of the human death scenes and one
It's
depicting
got very dark.
one depicting
Yeah, I
a
don't know.
monkey being killed are obvious fakes, with Alan A. Apone, makeup and special effects artist from the movie, saying about 40% of it's fake. Oh wow! So
I just said it was a
some
mix.
of its footage is genuine. It
yeah.
says.
Okay. Well, let's move along.
Oh,
from that,
please,
'cause
let's
that's-
get out of
there.
way. That's-
I don't really want to.
I was happy talking about it when I thought it was fake.
I just knew it was a mix. 'Cause
Okay.
I'm right. Remember that one in the storage booth of right and
All
wrong.
right, John gets 1 point.
no
for
it's
right.
A lot of
Okay,
rights.
a follow up on death. Erica Oz for $5. Great live stream session. Thanks, Erica.
Oh, great. I hope so.
You're a sweetheart.
She is. Are you guys planning a belief hole excursion of paranormal activity this year? And
I'd like to do that.
your thoughts on the afterlife?
Oh, interesting question. One, I'd love to do some sort of. Let's get out there. Let's go for
I mean,
a
that would
drive.
be amazing.
There's so many places nearby we could go. I mean, within a few hours that we could visit to explore that are well-known hotspots. Some less well-known. I'd love to do
Let's
that.
take the RV. We'll get real far.
So yeah, I'd love to do that. We could talk about that, especially now. A
We've
fall would
talked
be a good
about
time.
it a lot, but we just haven't really acted on it. It's so hard to keep. Like honestly, we put so much work into the show that we can't really do too much outside to keep it on a regular schedule.
Yeah,
It's
we have
hard,
to
yeah.
find some kind of solution, or
just not do it.
yeah, or do it in a way that's like
Or
It's
less,
a
maybe less
full-time job
If we
that
did
we-
live, if we did live stream like on
Right.
the road, investigate.
we could
or
do
like-
more on the road if we.
Then if we didn't have to produce it, that's what takes so much. The show is very produced and it's very researched, so that's what takes so much time. This, like, I mean, it took a while to build this up, and then it took a couple days to gather stuff, but really, we could do this quicker now that we have the thing set up. If
Live
we did
stream?
like an adventure somewhere and just did a live stream, no editing, it would definitely be a lot less work than the show.
Oh, we could do. Yeah,
show is definitely
we could do
the
traveling
most-
live streams. That wouldn't be as much of a problem.
Oh, then the show would not be going.
Yeah, I mean, it
Well, I
depends
meant if we
on-
went somewhere for like one weekend, instead of going to Dano's, then we go to, I don't know.
When do we go to Dan?
Well, when we ever do go somewhere.
What, like last year, one time?
you never get to go anywhere.
That's true.
We're gonna go. Yeah,
yeah.
It is in the plans.
Yeah.
Sometime we're
We're gonna make it happen. We're
And
gonna
our
figure it out.
thoughts on After Death. I have a million thoughts on After
I know
Death.
that's such a Your thoughts on the purpose of reality? Go.
I think who was who asked the question?
Erica.
We have a couple shows on it. We've been pretty in depth. I definitely think there is an afterlife. That's my personal feeling. I think there definitely is. I don't know exactly what it consists of. It seems like, I mean, I've researched this topic forever, and I've listened to probably close to 100 accounts of what people experience, and most of it is fairly positive. Like it does, you kind of, I've watched some of the ones that are not
darker,
that are pretty dark, and they're
Yeah.
pretty freaky. But those were always people that came back and, realized that their life was really on the wrong course, and they kind of had like a second chance to make up for where they were heading.
I remember being in Houston and seeing one particular, that always stayed with me was a guy who was outside of a bar, got shot in the head, immediately was in some sort of hell scenario where he watched these monsters eat people in these very like specific scenarios where they were living sort of their own lives that they had been living. And it kept repeating, like they would rematerialize and then be eaten again. It's terrifying sound.
It's hell.
But when it
Like,
came
it
back,
sounds like hell.
he was saying like what his life was like, he said, I was not a good guy. I was a bad guy. It makes you wonder like what level of, but my thought to speak to that specifically, like I don't know. Obviously no one knows 100%. I think if you claim to know what the afterlife is, you're fooling yourself, or you might be in a very small minority of people who really know.
Get a fairly, if there is an afterlife, like all the people that have experienced it, you can have a fairly good idea.
Yeah, if you've had an experience. Yeah.
That's as close as you're going to get to the idea. So people that have had near-death experiences, or they've died literally and come back, I mean, those are the people that I've listened to, and they're all fairly similar.
Right. And I think my personal feeling is,
no one cares what your personal feeling
we
is.
listen to you jabber on.
I didn't jabber at
Jabber
all.
on,
You keep
John.
interrupting me.
What are you talking about?
Jabber on
You just
John.
gave your opinion.
Go ahead.
Am I allowed? Do I have a
Go
John
ahead.
pass? My feeling
Jal
is,
pass.
My feeling
Here we go. Here it comes. My feeling is, John, is that you're a dick?
All right, blue goo.
No. My feeling is, I think it's very possible, and it seems likely to me that if you are a very supreme piece of shit, after death, you will have maybe a shitty experience, but I do think it's temporary. I think, like everything, there is a rhythm to reality, a rhythm to the universe. And to me, if you look back at historical belief systems, like even Egypt, for example, I think, you correct me if I'm wrong about this, but there are these trials that take place, and it's sort of a buildup of the shit that you've done, karmatic or whatever you want to call it, where you have to get through these layers and work through things before you can sort of
There's the Hindu,
move
right?
to the next level. Hindu's another example.
Where you can come back as like a worm and you slowly build up through the different levels.
Right. And that just makes sense to me. Like every action has a reaction, an equal but opposite sort of reaction.
A balance.
A balance.
I wish I believed that, but I don't think that's the way it is. I think it's,
you don't?
I think it's more permanent. I don't know
It
why.
sounds ridiculous to me.
I
mean, everybody has their own beliefs. Like I grew up Christian.
from the
but-
people that have experienced those places, it doesn't seem like it's a temporary thing.
Except
It's
they
like,
came back.
They came back though.
Well, yeah, but they didn't die fully. They had a chance to come back in that moment. But from their experiences, they were like, "This."
But they were there
is-
for a brief moment.
like if you're like
They said it felt like a long time, but
no, but their impression was that if they had stayed there, that was eternity
yeah,
for them.
right.
No one knows
maybe
for
that's
sure.
the point.
I wouldn't test it, is what I'm saying.
Oh, yeah, I'm not saying.
I wouldn't be like someone that messes around.
Well, I don't think
with,
anybody's saying that.
Well,
Well, yeah, I just mean like to me, it just seems like an unbelievable situation where you could have. I mean, if you believed in, I mean, to me, and this is just my personal belief, because I grew up Christian, and I'm not saying I'm right at this at all. I realize this could be a touchy subject, and I do still consider myself Christian. I think, yeah, I do, but I also think
Yeah,
the idea of eternal hell, it always seemed weird to me, especially with the way that I was taught what God was, or the idea of God, or who God was. It seemed like such a human.
It's getting real deep for
I
a
know.
live
I didn't mean
stream.
to get this far. It's probably the vodka, but it seems like it seems like a human thing that you put on God. God is supposed to be this all-knowing, all-omnipotent, all-loving, but then yet he is also judgmental and non-forgiving.
Well, what if it's not has nothing to do with what God? It's like there's this relationship between good and evil.
Yeah, but to me that means karma. It means like you do stuff wrong temporarily. There's some
but
sort
you
of way to
don't know
work
if
through
it's
it.
temporary or not.
Yeah,
like
but
if
then
there's an attraction and like I don't know, it's just
The permanence seems
no one
weird
knows.
to me.
For
I don't know. I could be wrong.
But if there is like, what if it's not so much God decides, but there's these
There's
two
like
competing forces that are literally battling for your soul.
For an eternal, for everybody.
Yeah.
That just seems okay.
Even
it's possible.
to me, even that seems like a microcosm. Like if some entity can eat your soul, because it's like, or the idea of like,
I guess my
the idea of the
thing is I wouldn't want to test.
No one's testing it, John.
From what I've heard
I
from
agree with
people
you.
that have gone to
Yeah,
those
no one is
scary
saying that.
places.
We're not endorsing that.
I know. I'm just saying. Well, you're saying that you think it's probably temporary. That's what you said.
My opinion.
Yeah.
Chris
But
is saying that
I also end it with don't test it.
Yeah.
Yeah, duh. I mean, it's a pretty duh.
Yeah, but you're testing it right now
If I speaking what I feel,
with your With
I don't want to
your-
go to a
your-
place where people
your
you're not
blue goo.
Aren't you a freedom-loving
I'm-
person?
I am a freedom-loving person.
But you shouldn't say what you feel.
No, I never said that.
That's all I'm doing. Why am I testing?
It's just
You're
a
in-
discussion. It's just a
I have to
I
use
was
the
just
restroom.
joking, by the way. I'm
I have
not
to use the
being
restroom.
serious. Are we on camera still?
What's
Let's go to
happening?
some
What's been
comments. Let's
happening?
go to some
Yeah.
comments.
No, we're not going to awkwardly rush to some comments.
Well, I have to use the bathroom.
Yeah,
so.
let's let those comments go by for a little bit because that was a little too.
That was a
real.
little intense. I just wanted to say that I don't believe that there is a heaven or a hell on the flat Earth. So I think that's a nice segue.
We're really gonna take
no
it
one
down a
knows
notch.
what happens when you die for sure. That is something we all have to experience someday, which is kind
you
of
hear the end of the
scary and
statement?
exciting. What?
That was the
end?
joke.
I said that the flat Earth.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, John got it. John got it. It was a joke. The point is, we don't know, and I do think that there. And I, for my personal take on this, I think that it's. I don't know either. I believe that it's karmic. I believe what you do comes back to you. That's all I believe.
That was a long response to Erica's question.
Yeah, sorry.
Oh,
Erica.
that was from Erica. Thank you, Erica.
Sorry, Erica.
You definitely spawned a whole conversation.
Okay, we'll move along the super chats here.
There's a lot of verbal
We're at the
vomit
moment.
there.
Chris O'Donnell once again says, I think we might have missed him though. He said this was a while ago. Guys, here's another $5 Canadian. Thanks for this night. I sent you guys a couple of books. Oh, we need to check that in the PO box.
Oh,
We should probably check the PO box.
yeah. Let me know when you get them. I gotta
Awesome.
go. I gotta
Love
go for
books.
now. Got to put the kids to bed. Oh, and go Habs, go. I don't know who
Habs.
the Habs are. Is that a sports?
Go Habs.
Cab?
Cavs, maybe?
Maybe he meant cat was a speech text, or maybe
is it basketball season?
Maybe Habs are like a Canadian.
No, I don't think they're playing right
I feel
now.
bad because he's not here anymore. He can't answer that. Who are the Habs? I should Google this.
I'm sorry.
If this was the
Chris,
podcast,
that we
I'd
missed good luck getting your kids to bed.
Yeah, I would signal a keyboard effect if I was gonna. This was the show. Who are the Habs? Oh, Habs. It's a team. So it must have been a thing that was happening.
Maybe it's his team.
The
He might
Habs?
just be saying it in general.
Montreal.
He's rooting for his own team. Yeah.
Yeah, Habs.
Oh, okay.
Hockey?
I don't know what it
Is that a
stands
stereotype?
Yeah, it's a good one though.
for. We are so like American chauvinists. We don't know who the Habs are.
Well, I don't know. We don't sports in general, really.
That's also true.
Yeah, we're non-sports.
Habs versus the Golden Knights. Well,
Go
go
Habs,
Habs.
go.
What's
Go
the
Habs.
sport?
Hockey.
Okay, that's what I
else
said. It
would
wasn't a
be in
stereotype then.
Canada?
They have other sports.
I say
Not
hockey.
really.
There's
I say hockey, hoping that it was hockey, right?
Okay, well, are we going to go to the next one? Chris is gone.
Can I go?
Chris
Allowed?
is
Can I use the restroom?
Yeah, but Chris O'Donnell is
Oh, I
gone.
thought you meant me.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go.
go to the next.
Okay,
super
Dilly
chat.
Dilly for 5. I love you guys show. Have you guys ever thought about doing a state-by-state cryptids paranormal tour series? So this kind of echoes what we were talking about before. Absolutely. That'd be amazing. Can we do it? That's going to be the question. Figuring out how to make
That's
it
more
work.
of a little bit down the line.
I mean,
think.
state by state. I mean, that would be like if we did like every state kind of deal. Would be
We would need a bigger audience for that. We're getting there. We're getting
Right.
We're starting to grow pretty good.
but we need like an actual crew for something.
Yeah,
like
it
that.
would be. That's more like a couple years down the road, sort
Right.
of thing.
We could definitely do like a nearby state, on occasion kind of thing.
Yeah.
That would take a lot of work.
We
too,
would
but
need to get some sort of like someone discover us on a TV show, and we get on a TV.
I don't want to be on a TV show though. Like those things are so hacky.
All right. Well,
You know what I mean? Like most
yeah,
shows,
I get it.
unless we had creative control,
Yeah.
which
No,
would
I
never be
get
agreed
that.
to.
But if they like, we had put our show out,
Yeah.
and they were like, this is the belief hole, and we are on TV now, and now we have like a
Right.
fan base in every state,
Right.
sort of thing.
And we could do a state-by-state cryptid
We're
search.
not there yet.
No, not yet. But I think we've talked about this before. My idea for Paranormal Breakdown. Did I mention this before?
Yeah. How many people are watching us still?
68.
Oh wow, that's the
Yeah.
best we've ever
Don't
done.
get all flumpy.
I don't know. I mean, I don't know if we're still interesting at all at this point.
I mean, we're talking about interesting things.
I guess.
That's all we got to do. Talk about interesting things and read responses. And
it is Friday night. Like, I'm happy that people are still hanging out.
Yeah.
I hope you guys are still having some drinks.
we
and
have nothing
still-
better to do, and this is a great thing for us to be able to do.
We prepared like days for this.
I spent like 4 days straight just trying to fix this place up and make it
We
work.
have nothing better to do. Like, we just threw it all together. at the
Yeah,
last
nothing
minute.
better to do. We'll just throw a bunch of microphone cable, order stuff, put stuff together.
What's next? Is there another?
Well, I just want to say my idea, if you guys didn't hear it, is for Paranormal Breakdown. I know John is. Go ahead, bow your head in boredom, because I've said this a couple times, but I think it's a great idea.
Bow your head in boredom.
I think it's a great idea. So we have an old RV.
It
and-
doesn't make sense.
No, it's Paranormal Breakdown. The idea
You have
is
to fake it.
no, you don't.
Yeah.
Okay, so there's two ways you can do this. One way, which would be the all natural, all complete,
Okay.
would be we take the RV and we drive it until it breaks down, because it's an old
Great title.
Paranormal Breakdown. So you break down, and then you go to maybe the spirits are guiding your RV, or guiding you. You go to the nearby bars, whatever. You talk to locals and you ask about their experiences. You get interviews. Maybe you get to go back to their place and witness some
You said
paranormal
you
stuff.
drive until your car breaks down.
Our
Till you
RV
run out of gas.
till the RV. Well, that's two. There's two ways. The first way, all natural, is the RV just breaks because it's broken 3 times since we've driven.
You'd
it.
have to. Okay.
So the other way would be you fill the tank.
If we get like 10 miles from our house,
We're like go to like Ted's. We know he's got a story.
he's spilling all over the.
So the second.
I still think it's a good idea.
But the second way you could do it, which would ensure a breakdown, is you fill it up and you drive till you run out. It's still kind of like rolling the dice, right? It's a Russian roulette of paranormal.
Yeah.
You fill it up, and wherever you die, based on running out of gas, you go into the local pub, wherever you ask for stories, and you really find some good stories and you get some experiences. I think that's a cool idea.
especially if you did it in the Southwest, I think you would probably do pretty good down there.
Yeah, a little further to drive.
It'd be kind of scary.
It'd be easier in the Northeast because you got
No, I'm
Maine and
just-
Massachusetts. and Europe.
Southwest, just because there's so much weird stuff that happens.
The
there.
scary thing about that is getting stuck in the desert.
Yeah, I know.
That's what would be scary.
South of us, you've got the Chestnut Ridge. You got all the areas of
There's-
Appalachia.
Vortexes.
Yeah, but just south of us. I mean, you go to New England. You got
I know.
everywhere's got stuff. But I know what you're saying. There's a special majesty to the Southwest.
Yes.
Magical majesty.
Land of Enchantment. It's New Mexico.
Okay, well, I'll do one more super chat.
Yeah.
So we have in the barrel here. Jennifer Dabrowski for $4.99.
Jenny to brow.
I wonder if some people may be reincarnated when the world / certain people have need of you to
I
set
like
the
this
course
idea.
to set the course of events that need to happen.
There's a great book about this, a factual book.
Say that again.
I wonder if some people may be reincarnated when the world / certain people have need of you to set the course of events that need to happen. So in other words, you're kind of chosen, right?
Brought back.
Or like there's a certain personality energy that like has the specific skill set to move
Society in a certain direction. This
Well,
almost,
that
this reminds
would
you of the Starseed kind of idea.
That would kind of reference the need for sort of like either a creator or some set of
Design.
beings that there needs to push humanity in this direction.
Right.
Which I think is definitely
It
possible.
ties a lot
Quantum
into, we talked about, remember,
Quantum Leap
remember the
all over
Saint
again.
Germain episode?
Yeah.
That whole theosophy, the idea that there are these certain reincarnated spirits or consciousnesses or entities or whatever that come throughout time and are here to make changes as the timeline unfolds, to direct humanity in a certain
Like
way.
there is a final destination.
Yeah,
Like
right. Or at least to help us out to
Terrence
continue us on
McKenna
the right
says,
path.
There's a point of exponential novelty where it goes off the charts. And
Yeah, I
we're
hope that's not our
heading-
destination.
We're heading there, but I don't know. No one knows what happens after that. But it
Yeah, that's what I
seems like-
thought. That
Well, he said it
some people
became-
believe that when that would happen, it would be like
McKenna-
2012 with the exponential novelty when it reached its summit, its pinnacle. And then, because that's when Time Wave Zero, his graph dropped off. You couldn't measure novelty anymore.
Yeah.
From his projection, a lot of people, I
that's-
thought that's when potentially time travel would be invented, because
AI is coming
or
right
AI,
on the horizon.
The fact that things are happening so fast,
Yeah.
and you can't chart it anymore. It's like
Yeah.
with the
right.
internet and social media and all this.
What did he
I
call
mean,
it?
there's so many things right on the horizon that like could change our world so dramatically, and they will.
Yeah.
Like within
CERN?
the next 10 years, robotics, AI, I'm sure there's a whole bunch of other things that quantum technology,
CRISPR?
nanotechnology,
Genetic engineering.
Right.
Yes, like
so
all
much.
that is right.
What about spirit phone?
Spirit phone?
Right? If no one, you might not
Spirit
know
phone.
this. If
Spirit
you're
phone.
not an expansion member, definitely sign up because we just did Jeremy did this groundbreaking research episode on something that has not been really publicized very much, but supposedly in this August is going to be an announcement dropping about real first contact with the dead that is scientifically repeatable.
You mean post-material persons?
Sorry, post-material persons, as
There you
they
go.
are calling them.
Zombies.
Basically, like a direct line to grandma is basically the concept behind this. With first the spirit text or light off and on, then the keyboard, and then eventually the phone. You can actually have phone call. Is there video involved in this eventually?
Eventually,
It's fascinating because the people behind this are very.
it sounds real.
You look at the names, you look at their credentials, like, okay, I know this person. I know. We talked about Moody earlier. He's involved in this. But there's also physicists.
It sounds real crazy, and the basic idea that like it was supposed to be kind of a joke when I was researching it. Like this can be a fun thing to kind of talk about. There's no reality to it. But for those of you who haven't heard it, what's interesting about it is the fact that if you have a very small measuring opportunity. I forget what the name of the device is. Basically, a photogenic receiver, I guess you could call it. It's a small container, from what I understand, where light can pass through at a very
measuring photons, right?
Measuring photons at a very tiny level, where they could
Basically like a photonic Ouija board.
kind of,
that's kind of
in
right.
the sense that like when photons pass through this space,
It's the same thing.
they can measure it,
Yeah.
right? But then, the reason you're saying Ouija board is because what they do
Ask questions.
is they won't ask questions. They'll ask a spirit to come into the box or come into the photogenic receiver, and spirit, considered light energy, can produce photonic energy or photons in that space. And what happens is you can start to read, you can measure light appearing, light going away, light appearing, light going away.
Like digital ones.
But
and
it's
zeros.
Ones and
responses.
zeros, it's on off switch. And
It's
then
responses, though, to questions.
it's response. So like they'll say, come into the box, come out of, what's in the box? And then eventually you can say like, increase your amplitude, and they can measure the responses.
But
and
has
then,
there not been communication? I thought they had like somewhat conversation, like
but
getting names.
So this is how it works. So like after you do that, once you develop a binary on off based on light in, light out,
right.
then you can develop a switch. And once you develop that on off switch, you can develop language, right? You can develop the ability to communicate. This many on offs is, this,
Right, you make a
this
code.
letter, this
Yeah.
code, however they do
And
it.
they did test it like away from mediums and stuff.
Oh
too.
yeah,
like,
They would record it. So they
Controlled
They
environment.
recorded the prompts, and they invited the same spirits they witnessed or whatever at this one lab into another lab, and they recorded the prompts.
without a medium, so there was
right.
no medium to influence.
Yeah, it's basically an empty building with a pre-recorded
complicated.
message. Yeah, and they did it so that you couldn't. The person who was doing the testing could not be misinterpreted as the person putting off any energy. So they left the building. It was closed down, but at say 2 a.m. in the morning or whatever it was, they would play a prompt. They would tell the spirit to go in and out, and then that's when they would see it happen. So it couldn't be biological energy. It couldn't be the intention of,
Right.
of the person viewing. It had to be something different. That's the idea. It sounds crazy, and
We'll
supposedly
see.
they're going to be coming out something.
I'm
Super cool, though.
I mean, it still kind of seems to me like there's just so much going on. It seems more like, how are you going to get the attention of people? Is it going to be anything?
Right.
It's like sort of the UFO thing. It sounds amazing, but like there's so much stuff going on. It's hard to break through that noise.
Well, the
I mean,
problem is
they seem to think that it's going to change the world.
Oh,
Didn't
they absolutely seem to
They
believe that.
seem to think it's going to be this massive.
They're working with the heads of all religions, supposedly, so that those like the Pope, bishops, whatever leaders in Judaism and the Muslim faith, they can all introduce this idea to their followers before they do the demonstrations this summer. That's the idea. That's kind of, I mean, that's intense.
It really
to think
doesn't
about.
a little
matter.
weird.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter unless they get media spots. If there's no media spots, it doesn't happen. right? I mean,
Well, if they get media spots, then I'm even more skeptical.
That's true. If they get on Jimmy Kimmel, I'll be like,
Right.
it's propaganda.
right.
We'll-
but I'm just
we'll
saying, like,
see.
how would you
I
ever
mean-
see? How would anybody ever hear of it if it's not on the news?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I guess they could do it through the internet, but again, yeah, everything is so like
Filtered.
Yeah, it's
if
hard
it
to know
doesn't
what to
come
trust.
through the mainstream.
No
it
one-
doesn't exist.
Yeah.
Right.
In a lot of ways, at least as
Doesn't
a,
exist as an overall understanding.
conscious sort of like possibility. Like if Dad doesn't see it on the
Dad doesn't see it on
news,
CNN or
it's not
MSNBC.
real.
It's not real.
which is the way a lot of people think.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Yeah.
It's hard to know what's real anymore. But you know what?
We
the
are.
belief hole's real.
Belief
And we're
hole's
real for you,
That's right.
and you're real for us.
Do
And
we
back,
have any
let's-
more clips or anything?
We do. Should we do one more?
let's do more.
All right.
As you go to that clip, back to Jen's point, I do agree.
You know what? I'm sorry.
I like the idea that there are people that are brought forth from time to time, or energies. You know,
Like Thomas Edison or Thomas.
not
Edison.
Thomas Edison. That guy can stay in the past.
Nah, he's the one always coming through on the spirit
Einstein?
phone, though.
Yeah, let's say
How about Nikola
Tesla.
Tesla?
Tesla, I'll
There
bring
you go.
back.
Or
Yeah.
yeah, I know what you mean. I know what you mean.
Edgar Casey. Well, we know he was brought back.
Kurt
through-
Cobain?
Powerful personalities to shift.
Edgar Casey, right? The sleeping prophet. He was brought back through who?
Yeah, well, I
David
don't think,
Wilcock.
There's no way.
With the forehead.
The longer that guy's been around, the less I think
I
he
know.
is.
I believe that
an
initially.
important person.
I thought that might be true initially.
Hey, Jeremy.
He's been wrong about so much shit.
Hey, guys.
Yes.
Hey, guys.
Yeah.
Remember when we talked about Project Bluebeam?
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
it's
Half an hour ago?
It's happening.
That was a video we were going to play half an hour
Oh
ago.
yeah. Okay.
What
Should
if
we
it's
do it? Should we
What
skip
if you
it?
were like, it's happening right
It's
now?
happening right now. Do you still want to do that one?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay. All right. Well, this is you're going to explain this away, right? What's going on? What's going on?
Oh wait, John was doing some.
Here because you need tingles.
What is that? Is it Candyman?
John's got an ASMR he
Where's
wanted
that
to
come
play.
from?
It's coming from my computer. I'm not even sure if they could hear it.
And
but
what is that?
It's a man that does ASMR.
Oh, I thought it was the Candyman.
He's like
Sounds like Bane from Batman.
yeah.
You're here because
That,
you need
that's just his
tingles.
His
Wow.
that's just his.
You want tingles.
Probably has 1 billion followers.
He's really good at it.
I wonder
Like,
if people heard that. Play it one more time.
I don't think they can hear it.
You're here because you need tingles.
Oh, they might have heard it.
I don't think that comes through there.
Right now.
This
Okay,
guy's
I don't know
so
if you guys
good
heard
at
that or not.
ASMR. It's ridiculous.
All right. Bluebeam?
Yep.
Ready, Jer?
Okay, let me put it on. Go for it. Wait.
John, stop.
Okay, Chris, Project Bluebeam. Let's do it.
Have you guys seen my headphones with my little ones?
You're wearing them.
Not these ones.
No.
I have something to say about this one, but please.
Should I play it first?
Play it up. Yeah.
All right, here we go.
Turn it down a little bit.
That's not real.
Is that real?
They can't be. Jer has something to say, but he has to run to the bathroom, so he's not going to explain this. Wait, he's going back to his chair. You hold that till the end of the stream, sir. Play it again. Digging the beat. There's no way that's real.
Why not? You don't think they have that kind of technology?
No, at least not publicly.
Okay, let me just say this real quick.
Yeah, we say
I'm
something.
going to use the restroom real fast, but I just wanted to say this is absolutely not real.
Why did you play it?
Because there's a reason, John.
Okay.
Now we got to wait for the reason, though?
out there.
All right, me and Chris can talk until you get back, but hurry your little butt up.
I guess I'll just read your explanation here. Well, I don't really know exactly what you're going to say. I think what he's going to say is something similar to, because he has a bunch of notes here about this, which I understand and I agree with. There's a lot of people who just report things as evidence of Project Bluebeam. Here's my channel. I'm going to tell you about this evidence here. This is fact.
It's a great
You
way
were
to
into
get
this
some
recently.
Clicks.
Yeah, you were into this recently, didn't you?
Yeah, but I was really surprised because the people that do it are usually pretty good at investigating. They really believe that it was real.
Right. But I saw the video you showed me of that a couple of years ago, and it was quickly debunked as like it was either a demonstration for, or it was either some sort of movie promotion or it was a demonstration for something else, augmented reality. But it was not virtual, a whale
Yeah, it
landing
wasn't
in
a
a
hologram.
girls' basketball game or whatever. It wasn't a real hologram.
Yeah.
Which is frustrating when people present it that way. Yeah. It's like
So
this.
what is the technology when it comes to real holograms? Do we have any actual...
That's a good question. I think the only person in this room that can answer that is Jeremy, and he's returning right now from the bathroom.
He's back.
I mean, we're on our way, but I don't think we're at a place
You
yet.
don't know.
Can I answer? Can I finish the answer?
But you're
John?
like, it's total speculation. You have no idea.
Well, it's like everything you say.
Yeah, but I'm just saying. You
Do I go? You don't know when you start to respond.
You go. I think that, but it's something. There's
That's
no
why,
way that
that's
you
why I
actually
start with
know.
I think. I don't say I know. That's what speculation is, John. You start with I think.
Okay.
Why'd you ask the question if you don't even respond?
I didn't ask you.
You said how close are
I was
we
asking
to
Jeremy?
He wasn't even here.
It was more like a rhetorical. I don't know.
Okay,
question.
so
Go ahead.
this video, right? This is why I found this. Chris, can you go back to your screen for a moment?
It's your job.
I know. Can you pull up the document
There
real
she
fast?
is.
The document where I had that, where I had the video linked.
Right here. It's already up.
Okay,
Oh, wait, the document,
The
not
document.
the actual. Okay.
you got it.
Yep.
So there is a Twitter, or not Twitter,
There
Instagram
was a
post.
Twitter.
So I saw this Instagram post recently. This is like 6 days ago, from Truth Atlantis. I was cool.
No,
I like.
it's Truth Lantis.
Okay, well you know the implication. So I love Atlantis, right? I love the idea. I love,
Love
truth.
truth.
Big fan of truth. And they put this video out. And what's the caption, Chris? Can you read that for us?
Truth Lantis is Project Bluebeam closer to, or is Project Bluebeam?
Oh my god.
Is Project Bluebeam closer than we think?
Sorry, vodka.
Right? Ooh, question. Is it closer than we think? So the implication is this is some sort of Project Bluebeam technology, potentially, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's not. And I get the idea, like, okay, we're advancing technologically, but be honest about what you're saying.
Yeah,
Like
I mean,
this-
it doesn't help anybody's case to just put bullshit up.
Exactly. So there's an article, and Chris, if you don't have it, I can read it.
Especially when it comes to this.
Here, I have it.
You have it? Okay, I'll put it on your screen here. So this is what this is. Actually, there's one more video. Play the other video
It's
first.
good lessons why it's good research, John.
Play the other video first, Chris, because this
Which one is that?
it's the other video. It should be the next V video. This is another example of the same technology.
All right, it's up.
I think pretty sure at the same location in China where this was filmed.
Was this also claimed to be blue beam
No.
technology?
This, I mean, maybe in some, but I found this.
All right, here we
just
go.
doing a little bit of research. Go for it.
That's awesome. Is that the Enterprise?
If you look,
That's
it
sweet.
looks very familiar as far as it's a city street,
It's also the Enterprise.
corner of the street. Dang. So
That's
there-
great.
That music was great.
So there's a lot of videos at this location. It's basically a 3-dimensional billboard that wraps around the edge. It's this really advanced technology for,
So it looks-
for 3D visuals, but it's a screen. It's a curved screen. There's nothing holographic about it from what I understand.
It's hard to see that in the video.
Oh, wow. So that's really just a screen.
It's a screen.
It's hard to tell.
Yeah.
That's why it's so good. I mean, that's why
Yeah.
it's convincing.
But it's not so it's something that
Bang.
looks 3D, but it's not something you could do on a beach somewhere. You have to have the screen,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. So
Again,
It's
but
still impressive.
there's no way, like, if there is some Project Bluebeam dark project, like, that's high-tech secret
Right.
military stuff that the public doesn't have access to. So
Right.
we
Could
don't
exist. You think they'd be using it by now?
we don't know what needs to happen in order to
No,
do
I just
that.
mean like because the guy who came up with or who broke this theory, it was like in 1998. You think we'd have some sort of like that's
well, there have been
Well, if there
have
was
been,
some sort of idea that they want to do this, they wouldn't want to let the technology out so it would be everywhere. Because then, if it actually happened,
right.
they'd
No,
be
and I
like,
agree. It just kind of reminds me of like the UFO thing. Like it's probably a black budget thing. We haven't
it's happening.
we haven't seen it in 40 years, but it's going to happen soon.
Wait, what?
yeah,
Like
but this
the UFO stuff with like it's probably like a human-made craft. We haven't seen it in 40 years. Like that's
we've
probably
seen the
movie
we've seen the
19
TR3B, which is
1998,
the
that's like,
triangular
I mean-
crafts, right? TR3B. That
Yeah, but
explained a
that's
lot of the
not-
triangular lights.
the lights, sure. But
I
not
don't
the-
understand what your statement is before again. You said
Well, if
because we
this-
haven't seen it, it's not coming.
Just that it's been so long. Unless is there something that's happened since 1998 that seems like that might have been a Project Bluebeam? Maybe alien stuff. Maybe Phoenix Lights.
Well, that's
is that what you're
the
saying?
idea is that we wouldn't know.
That's when
Yeah,
the theory
I
came
s-
out. So I'm just wondering,
Okay.
like when it just reminds me of like the idea that like extraterrestrial crafts, they're just government projects. But we haven't actually seen the results yet. Or is there something you can
How would
point
you know
to?
if you saw it?
That's what I'm saying. Is there something you can point to since 98 that you think
Yeah,
might
there've
be a
been-
project, a Bluebeam project?
No, I'm not. I'm saying, like, if there is that technology out there, we wouldn't know it until they actually used it as a Project Bluebeam.
Right. But I'm just saying keep
So,
waiting
no.
since 1998.
Keep waiting. I don't know. I'm not saying that it's going to happen, but I'm saying if there is something like that is going to happen, it's not going to happen until it happens, and then you'll know. It's not like there's these little things that.
But that's
happen.
why I'm saying why it always seems like a red herring. It's always one of those things that like
I don't know. If
it's a project that exists in the mind of people, and then eventually it's going to happen. So everything you see could be Project Bluebeam.
It's pretty obvious.
No one said that any of that is Project Bluebeam, though.
Well, the guy that initially you said
the guy on Instagram
was saying it was
the guy on Instagram said that this is Project Bluebeam.
Right. Or the video you showed me earlier, you thought, or
no, I didn't say. I just said that like if that is the
that was how it was presented to you. It was Project Bluebeam.
No, not even that. I don't think the person that said that.
Oh, it was just hologram technology.
They were just said this is what they have is hologram tech, and then I thought, well, if this is where this is what we see, but it turned out to not even be real to begin.
Well, and that's the technology that was suggested there was Magic Leap, which is a real technology, which is what's the term for that? Where it's
augmented reality?
Augmented reality, where it's 3-dimensional. You could wear glasses or whatever, and you can see a frog leap in your hand, and you know the 3-dimensionality is pretty much indistinguishable. It's like the holograms you'd see in Star Wars. You know,
but
Obi-Wan Kenobi, your own
like a glass in front.
In
of
this
you.
case, I think with Magic Leap, I think you need that. I think, but it like Pokemon Go. Or anything like that, like these are extrapolations of the idea of blending reality with a virtual creation.
Right.
And this is the beginning stages. So to say like, well, what has been Project Bluebeam? What has been a holographic reality? What isn't? What's simulation? What's not? It's an inevitability at this point in my mind. Like we're going to get to a point where
for sure at some point there will be, if it's not already possible.
Yeah, and will there be? This is one of those cases of like technology getting there before regulation.
Right.
Like it'll get there, and we'll be like, well, can this be used to convince people of certain ideologies, certain belief systems? Like we won't even have a way to regulate it.
I feel like if there is going to be, if it's going to be used as some sort of psychological deception, that level of technology might not be put out for, mass use.
Right.
It may be like, I don't know if it's going to happen, but it seems like it could be used for some sort of psychological deception. I don't know what it would be used for. And it may not be aliens landing. I mean, who knows what it could be? Like it could be used for like, I don't know, the government said that China drop nuclear bombs on us, to start a war. I don't know. There could be a million different reasons why they'd use it, but it's something that they may not want the public to be aware of until it's actually used for that psychological operation.
Yeah, absolutely.
But who knows? This is all highly speculative.
On that note,
do we have any more clips to play?
Yeah, actually, I want to play.
Can you play, please?
What?
The Lizard Man?
I guess so. I was going to play the one.
This is a good. This
how
is
many
a good
more
intermission.
Clips do we have?
I was going to wrap it. Well, we can do that one. I was going to do the one that Deanna sent. That's pretty.
Okay, but before you wrap it with Deanna's, please play this one.
What is this one?
This is good. You know what it is, Chris. Don't play.
I don't.
Coy.
Don't play Koi Pond with me.
The crazy lizard video.
Oh, okay. I'll see it. Oh,
John,
okay.
you'll like this.
Will I?
Here we go.
Read the title, Chris.
Second to last.
This is a little mint in the mouth.
Should I save this for the last one since it's like a mint in the mouth?
Just play it now.
All right,
it's a little
right.
fresher.
Okay.
Is it like ginseng? No. What is
what?
it?
Ginger.
Ginger?
Yeah. Sushi.
Here we go. Do you want me to read the title?
Yes.
All right. Lizard greets man like a dog.
Please read it. It's enjoyable.
You up on the screen, Jerry?
Yeah.
Where is the Jeremy?
There it is. Sorry.
Okay. We're in a nice little backyard.
Should be full screen, is it? You don't see full screen?
What? It's full screen.
Not up there? Oh, it's okay.
It's a nice little backyard. It just reminds
I
me of like.
feel calm.
Everybody.
Sounds like me talking.
Pauly
to
Shore.
Jake.
Whose name is
Aren't you
Brody?
gonna come and see me?
Oh wow! What is that thing? A Komodo dragon?
Komodo dragon.
Come on, buddy.
I think it's like a gigantic iguana or something.
Come on, buddy.
I just love the idea that animals, no matter what they are, can just be loved like
Come on,
dogs.
buddy.
Aw, I know.
Come
Iguana,
on,
giant
buddy.
iguana or something.
That's a giant iguana.
It's like the ones in Costa Rica.
Buddy. Come on, buddy.
Aw, I want one now.
Come on, buddy.
To get all my food.
You glad I'm home?
Is he like a dog?
Huh?
Barely.
You glad
I think he was
I'm home?
building
That's
a
why
pool
it
or
said
something.
lizard greets man like dog.
I think he was building a pool or something. It was always like hanging out.
Is that the
Do you
backstory?
think he would bite his finger? I can't tell if he
You
likes him. And
Apparently, there's multiple videos you can watch his
he's not.
experiences with this. He's just chilling.
I mean, he comes when he calls him. So he must like him
He
a little
seems to
bit.
raise his head into the pet.
Say goodbye.
No, he definitely seems like he likes him.
That's beautiful. The world is beautiful.
Those things live to be like old too, don't they? They're like 30 or 40 years old.
I think 500.
No.
Just kidding. Those sharks, though.
Let's look about how old iguanas can be.
Let's look up how
Let's
old
look
iguanas
up,
can be.
All right, I'll pull up the
Typing
last
it
video
in like
that
that too. How old can iguanas be?
Do you want me to wait for you, John, to do that?
Yeah, I'm almost
All
done.
right.
Okay, so who is this from, Chris?
Well, we'll wait for John.
We don't need to wait. We can still continue the conversation while Google's ages of iguanas.
On average, 12 to 15 years.
Okay.
Sometimes 20.
That's a goodly amount.
That's
It's like an old dog.
longer than dogs. No, not longer, but I mean,
It's closer to cats.
it said a healthy iguana can easily supersede and live more than 20 years.
Wow.
So if it's taken care of, it can live longer than most dogs. Fuck that.
That's mean.
Well, I mean, dogs should live longer.
Well,
than
yeah,
iguanas.
you shouldn't discount the other's life for the dog.
Yeah. They're reptiles.
Kaz, I don't know if you're in here still, but we will email you a pic of Jake.
I
Since
feel
you
like
had
you
to
should
go.
bring him in at the end.
Yeah, we'll bring him in.
Yeah, I mean, but it's getting late. A lot of people are heading out.
She may not be.
All right, last video, guys. Thank you for sticking if you stuck in this long.
Sophie, I washed my hands. I promise.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I'm catching up on super chats here, but you can go ahead.
This came from Deanna Daniel. I don't know if you're watching or not. Video of supernatural creature walking on bridge leaves viewers puzzled. I have not seen this yet. This is kind of last minute video here. A video of strange white figure walking on a bridge in eastern India has caused a stir on social media.
Eastern India.
That's what I just said.
Okay, I'm just digesting it here.
Okay, users have questioned the origins of the quote supernatural creature, with some claiming it could be an alien or a ghost. The quote creature was allegedly spotted Saturday walking at night on a bridge near the Chadwa Dam in the Hazarabad district of the Indian state of Jharkhand.
Good job. You're doing a great job.
Jharkhand.
Jharkhand.
A journalist at the Times of India tweeted Saturday a video alongside the post, quote, video of the alien or, quote, supernatural creature spotted. We're going to skip on down.
Video to this?
Several passers-by, I'm giving you some history. Several passers-by in the video reportedly commented on the figure, calling it a witch. Okay, we'll just play the video. You guys can tell us what you think.
This reminds me. Okay, we're about to play this video. Before we do, did you guys see that video of that like witch in like South America
I
somewhere?
think we played it on our first live stream.
Don't answer me, Chris. I want to get John's
to the
opinion.
video here.
You know that like witch where she looks almost like she's crab-legged, and she like this guy in a truck or something car comes up, approaches her in the dark. You know what I'm talking about, John? You don't care at all, do you?
Response.
What?
Never mind. We'll
Let's
save
just
for another
watch-
time. It's
No,
one
I
of-
don't know what you're talking about.
There's a video
I've
of a
never
witch.
seen it. No, I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay, I'll save it for another time.
Yeah,
it's good.
It's
creepy.
another time.
We're winding this down.
Yeah, we're winding it down. Let's get through this.
All right.
Last video here, which looks like it's going to be a good one. Ready?
Yep.
Oh, wait. Jeremy got to pull up for John.
Preview program.
Preview program.
I need to hit.
All right, so
So Eastern India.
a humanoid shape there.
Whoa.
That's close. Close call.
So,
Only a witch would stand so close.
is this a witch?
If this isn't CG, I have to think it's got to be
What the fuck?
so slender. Like, it's got to be CG, right? But it looks pretty good for a... Unless it's like a movie promo.
That is creepy, whatever it is.
Is that it?
Wait.
Repeat? Oh, repeats. Okay.
Why is it a witch?
I'll pause
Just
it.
because it's naked and thin?
That's the culture.
In that culture, witches are
to me,
naked.
It
and thin.
reminds me of like Skinwalker lore.
Well, like a giant, like a tall alien.
Couldn't it be a meth
Oh,
head?
look at that. Like, look at that shape. That's definitely like a slender.
I mean,
alien
we're
shape.
also seeing a distortion on a. Like, we don't know what the.
I
real
mean, I can't
dimensions
tell
are.
if it's naked, but it's super skinny.
Definitely not wearing any clothes.
Super creepy if it's real. And where is this at? Do we know?
Yes, India.
India.
That is-
Weird.
yeah, I mean that's pretty slender and tall. I don't know. If it's not CG, I don't know. Maybe it's real. It's hard
Yeah,
to
but
say.
even if it's real, like, what is it? It could be a woman.
Yeah, I mean,
It's walking like a woman. It kind of has a feminine walk.
gait. Yeah, I mean, it's hard to say. I mean, especially like with a phone camera like that, the further it goes out towards the horizon, the dimension, the definition could fade and make it look slimmer and more, gaunt
It's
and
weird
So
looking.
it's a
video.
bald. very white woman in India
Just
on the street
walk-
naked at night.
Yeah.
Seems
I mean, who
I don't
knows? She could be like a meth head or something.
Yeah. Either way, I feel bad for her out there.
meth head, maybe.
Or some drug, like some.
But also, like all those
What do you want it to be,
Factors.
Chris? You want it to be an
What do you want it
alien?
to
all
be,
those
Chris?
factors. It just seems a little like.
It is odd, whatever it is. I mean,
Who
it
knows?
could be a weird alien creature.
Newsweek has contacted India's Ministry of Home Affairs and the Indian Square Space Research Organization for comment. Weird. Apparently, they contacted India's space organization.
Is
for
this an
comment.
alien that's landed from space because it's walking weird? And is he like? It
So
could be a
that
million
was in
things.
March. 47-year-old motorcyclist claimed that a sudden appearance of an unidentified flying object is what caused him to fall off his motorcycle.
Wait, so
That's related to that?
so UFO made him fall off that he saw, and then he came
That's
across.
what I'm trying to
this-
figure out here.
It's a very convoluted.
Do we have any
story.
more super chats we need to get to?
That might be an unrelated
Uh-huh.
note here.
I'm thinking that's unrelated.
Okay. Well, I'll have this in the show notes. You guys figure it out. I've had a few drinks.
You have show notes?
We'll have YouTube notes in the more info in the live stream
Okay.
notes.
Yeah, all the video links we played and all the articles we referenced.
All right, let's wrap it up
You're
with
so thorough.
some comments.
You gotta be thorough, man.
You're so thorough.
Gotta have the good stuff. There's a lot of interesting stuff out there. There's a lot of videos when we were watching that.
Any hate? Any
I don't know,
There
not that
are
I saw.
More weird happenings than all of the grains of sand.
There you go,
on
John.
all the beaches of the world.
Yes.
There
I'm
it
gonna
is.
get that right someday.
No hate that
I
I,
don't even know
saw.
if there is a right.
I think our Belieflings would have eaten them alive. They'd be outnumbered in here.
Well, thanks to everybody for coming out today.
Is there
Yes.
people still here?
Yeah, we got 50 some folks
Oh,
left.
damn.
If you
Good job,
want
guys.
to if you want to leave a comment, leave it now. We're gonna do some wrap up hellos and
I mean,
answer
all the
questions.
familiar names. I mean, obviously Lindsay,
read some unfamiliars.
Jennifer Dabrowski, good old friend, Patra Phillips,
Petra.
Petra.
Zarela.
Zarela.
Yeah,
hi.
butcher.
I can't pronounce her name, but I've seen her a lot. Her or him. I don't know how do you say what that is. Seen that name a lot in
There.
here.
What that is.
Alex Banter has been around a lot lately, so good to see you, my
Nice.
friend. Patchouli Flower, old classic. Violet, I've seen Violet a lot in here.
Hello, Violet. Thank you
Got a
for
lot.
chiming in.
Got a lot of new and familiar names. Sophie, who accused me of not washing my hands. Hey, Sophie.
He's gross. He's gross, Sophie.
Oh, when he went to the bathroom.
You know, sometimes you don't need to
It's
wash
too
your hands.
bad.
Sometimes
Sophie, how dare
sometimes
you.
it's autopilot.
pretty
Okay,
great.
Sophie, come on.
That's pretty great.
She
Nice work,
notices
Soph.
the details.
He had noticed the details. Yeah, a lot of cool folks in here. It's been a great night.
Jeremy says
Cool.
penis
Okay.
germs all over.
Great way to end
sorry.
the,
No such
end the
thing as
episode.
germs.
Penis germs.
I just couldn't help but say that.
It's really just
Oh.
fortified strength, John.
Well, any last
You're just
Fortified
building your
molecules.
immune system.
Exactly.
any last thoughts before we exit for the evening?
Greg Zidane encourages me to not give up on the Tartaria episode. Yes.
Dude, we should do a Tartaria during a video
It needs to be
stream.
more of a live stream because
A
it's
video
so
stream.
I
visual.
have
Yeah.
the book
It has to be a visual.
Yeah.
or a book. Rather.
I mean, that's
There's
a book. It's
lot of
not
books,
the
but
book.
this is a good book, right?
You know what I would
Yeah.
love to hear about are those, like the fair buildings.
Find it out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got that book too.
I actually do we have it here?
Yeah.
Do you see it?
It's right here.
No, right there. The great.
So
I
you
was,
said
I was at an
seeing
old bookstore.
fairies?
I was at an old bookstore and I found this book, The Great American Fair.
Oh,
This was
wow.
published in like the 40s or something, 50s. There's a lot of controversy about the buildings that were built so quickly for the fair,
And then like
and it's
torn
supposedly
down.
torn down. You know, what were
I
they
think it's
made
a lot
of?
of hype.
I mean, the Tartaria
think so.
idea.
I do. I think it's a lot of hype.
You don't know.
The Tartaria idea is basically that we had there. I mean, there's a lot of different ideas.
Right.
Some of the ideas that there was technology to build up this amazing infrastructure. These
Or there was another civilization.
the civilization that already
Right.
existed here, and you see that through different examples throughout history, and you can make that claim, and I think it's interesting and it's fun to look at. I don't know the truth of it, but it's a fascinating.
It's
concept.
fascinating.
Yeah,
It's super fascinating. Whatever it is, it seems out of place.
right. Like there was a note. There's the one I always go back to is South Carolina or Georgia or something.
Hide the camera.
Somewhere there was a plantation and a plaque on the plantation that said basically like when this plantation was first basically taken over by colonialists or whoever, it was taken from chief whatever from this tribe, and the chief there
Seems like baloney.
the chief had discovered this plantation had existed before the chief got there, and like these Grecian columns, this civilization that could have already existed and that influenced a lot of the original infrastructure of the United States. You guys are not even listening.
I'm sorry.
I know it gets weird.
What are you doing?
I can't reach the item over there on the counter.
What are you trying to do?
Chris trying to reach more vodka.
It's
This
right
is
on
why we're dropping. We're almost in the 40s with viewers now, Chris.
Sorry.
Because of your
I thought it was
addiction.
because you were talking about Tartaria.
Let's wrap it up.
Okay, we can wrap it up. Anyways, there's
See
a
a future
there's
episode.
a lot to touch on.
Yeah, good.
Thank you, Greg. That's a good suggestion.
Thank you for everybody checking out the show tonight. I hope we kept you entertained for
You
most of the
guys
time.
are the best. Thanks for
Yeah, we
joining
love
us
you.
on your Friday night.
I know. I feel like it's weird with more people now that if in a public stream, I don't get to just like respond to all of the chats.
Yeah, that's what's going to
That's
happen.
what super
eventually.
chats are for.
I know, but it's cool like to see you guys talking to each other. And
We can look back through the stream for stuff.
Oh,
too.
I'll definitely rewatch these and just
Yeah.
like enjoy the comments
Yes.
after the fact. I can't pay attention during the show so much, but Aaron Francesconi's still in here. Hey, brother. Patrick
Awesome.
Phillips. Good people, man.
We love you guys. Thanks for sticking out with us on a Friday night. We
Yeah.
appreciate it.
They worked hard on getting the space ready, so I'm glad you guys got to enjoy it.
Yes. Yeah, it was fun to do. It was a little stressful, but it'll be
Yeah.
even better next time. We'll have
It'll be here.
mechanical
It'd
animals.
be fun to do like an episode, like in this format,
Uh-huh.
you know, like where we have like a full, you know,
Yeah.
It'll
We
be fun.
prepare the imagery in the video.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and like, you know, story we're reading and stuff.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering, like how we would do the stories. Like it'd be kind of cool if we had, like when we go to read the story, we like dim the lights and have, you know, if
That'd
we
be cool.
have in music instead of just like reading the stories.
Oh,
and-
yeah, if we're going to actually do it on camera.
yeah, set it up a little bit.
Yeah, it'd be fun to actually have like it wouldn't be as detailed as the ones
Right.
that we do for the audio, but if we could do them live, kind of, and
Mhm.
dim the lights and have like you know a flashlight come on.
Yeah,
and-
so
That'd be pretty cool, actually.
Send in your thoughts about that, and if you'd be interested in that.
I think it'd almost be a little bit like it'd be a different take on like what we do now, but
Yeah.
it'd still be its own kind of like unique.
Yeah, it'd be more.
It'll be
Storytelling.
video.
And it'd be more involved.
Mhm.
You know, yeah, that'd be cool. We'll be down for that.
Awesome. Anything
All right.
else
I think that's
for the
it.
evening?
Guys, thank you so much for being here. Yeah, it didn't. I'm glad it went this long. Honestly, I wasn't sure how long this would go.
How long
just
do we
because
go? 3 hours?
We almost went. Yeah, almost 3 hours. I'm
Could have
not
been
sure.
shorter.
Could have been shorter. I'm glad. I'm glad it wasn't.
I hope everybody enjoyed it. It seemed like people hung out there for most of it. So
Yeah, and I wish we could leave the chat hanging for people that just wanted to keep talking.
we need a separate space
Are
for
they
them to go.
still talking to each other?
Yeah, we still got a good amount of people in the chat just chatting. So I hate to cut
This
it
is
off.
when it'd be good to have
Yeah.
like move to a private chat kind of thing.
Like
This is where,
Discord or
like,
something.
Yeah, Discord might be a good solution sometime.
Yeah,
Cool.
we'll get that worked out. Just a lot of things to get worked out, but
It's going to be an ongoing workout process.
yeah, but we're not going away. And we should do one of these again soon.
Yeah.
Another live stream because it's fun.
All right. Well, we love you and we appreciate you every day and every night.
In
All
every way, in every light.
So say we all.
I'll switch back to a split screen so we can all say goodbye
We should
together.
wave to the cameras together.
Split screen.
Bye.
Wait, I'm getting there.
Come on, Jeremy.
Oh, here we go.
I got to reach that vodka. It's so far
Split
away.
screen.
Program. What is it?
Preview to program.
Preview to program. Come on.
Oh, Chrissy, what happened to your preview? Is it gone?
What preview?
Jeremy, why
I can't
are
do
we
a split.
not on
All right,
split
all right,
screen?
we're gonna do it. It's gonna be smash. You ready?
What preview? I didn't get rid of anything.
You didn't?
All right.
It's
Bye.
been- it's
Let's
been
just
on
say
me
bye.
For like a long
It
time.
was a great episode up until the last
Bye,
2
John.
minutes.
Hi, John. Okay. Sorry, this is probably a good time because my program's just it's not working. Okay,
Okay.
so auto switch
Bye.
is working. Bye, guys.
Bye. Sorry for the.
We
weird-
love you a lot.
Yeah.
Tristan says goodbye.
Thanks for the
Or
conversation.
Taven, Kyle, whatever you call the dog
hope,
man.
Hope it was interesting to you guys. We had
Yeah.
a good time.
It was great being with you guys. We'll watch. We'll review it. Watch it. I'm sure we'll read through the chats.
Read through the comments.
It's fun to do. So, yeah. Bye, Violet. Bye, Luke. Bye, Synth Bent. Bye, Erica, Aaron, Alex, Sean, Lindsay, Jen, Isaac March, who just gave another $5. We'll talk
Wow.
to you soon. We will talk
What
to
a
you soon.
guy.
Generous man.
Let's do it again in the next 6 to 8 weeks, eh? That sounds like a plan.
That's fair.
I think we could probably manage that.
Probably
Yeah,
pull
I
that
think we
off.
can make that happen.
Yeah.
Hopefully in the next 2 weeks.
All right. 22G,
Month.
Patchouli Flower. We'll see you guys later.
Yes.
Keep it
been good.
real.
All right.
All right.
Don't
Peace
stop.
out, guys.
Love
Don't
ya.
stop rocking in the
Sweet
free
dreams.
world.
That's right. Starvey Ghouls.
Don't be somebody's fool this year.
Billy Corgan. Good night.